Billy, that's you? Billy, that's you?
First, I do care about the turtles, and I do not like straws because of that, sure.
I'm a straw. I love a good straw. I love sucking on shit. Not dicks or anything. Nothing
115 10.
Nothing homosexual.
1/3
That
2019.
makes sense.
Okay. That's
right.
gonna be in the opening video. Oh. Oh my god, bro. There is no one like you. You are...
But I'm gonna fuck around and make my whole fucking album distorted, and they gonna be like, that boy edgy as fuck. Yeah, fuck. TCAP 803.
Coming heavy with the weight and feel. Wonder if the hoes in Jesus' hand he'll give a fuck how a man feel. Whole world at a standstill, stigmatized. Donald Trump they will not criticize. Still question Obama like my nigga lied. White girls boosting so my nigga ride. Out here switching sides. Crossing ship to mind the window cause they living blind. And they sold that, show it. I swear my flow how potent. How these hoes got open and you know Pop's joking. If he expect forgiveness, I'm one of your seven victim. Hell's free of heaven's prison. These are split decisions. And I think I give the misses what I give the masses. My whole all there no walls. I ain't kissing asses. The shit and I don't stop. Don't stop. She ain't bars the end and she won't call her. You didn't see her coming. People are screaming, running, baby like babies. Whether you need enough to drive horsepower is Steve's punching. Smoking weed, I'm blunting. Notice these are stunning. Ain't me like Jesus function. Eating knowledge, I got key consumption. Super Saiyan wanna be. I eat a peanut buzzing for your family. They ugly. You can keep your your cousin, most people puzzling. You want my time is by the hour and I need 100. I seen your ship and see it sunken. Missing me, she keep on cutting. She a keeper, love a hot box, a beaming bucket. My demon, she seen a sucker. She breathe me, need me, so fucking here for long haul. Press hold if God calls.
Hey, Creighton. No one would know because they can't hear you. It's right there. You should have grabbed it a minute ago, but you didn't. And now there's yet another podcast where you started off without your jacket.
It's been a rough couple weeks. Okay.
You gotta remember your jacket, dude. My wife just can't get out of her jacket, and I'm pissed about it.
You don't remember your hat?
I didn't claim that I was gonna wear the hat every episode.
You did claim that.
No, I didn't.
When you first put it on, you said it's a thing now.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I want somebody to go back, Flint. I'm looking at you. I want you to go back and find the moment where Charlie put on the hat for the first time,
Don't look at him like that.
and go and find it, and bring it to the podcast. You know, we'll break it down. We'll discuss it. We'll get
Feels like the
together.
first time I've actually been here for a while. Well, Flint, it feels like the first time you've actually been here for a while, and we
For
miss
the
you.
First time
In forever. What's
You
that
know who
from?
we didn't sing? That's from Aladdin. You know who we
Okay.
didn't sing Happy Birthday to?
Who?
Adrian.
When was her birthday?
It was like Monday, so we need to sing it. real
Was
quick.
she in here?
No, but she's in here a lot, and we
She's
should
not in
sing
here a
it.
lot.
She
She's in
does
here every
watch
once
the YouTube, so we.
Does
should
she watch the
sing- yeah,
YouTube?
we should sing it
This is your birthday song. It isn't very long. Hopefully she'll see that.
Happy birthday, Adrian.
From 2 days ago on the day we record this, which is not the day that you'll watch it.
But close
Homework
enough.
has been pretty whack lately. Yeah, I would assume.
You definitely insinuate that the hat would be a constant thing. See?
Consistent, not
Yeah,
constant.
consistent.
Creighton,
whatever.
please. They're such different words.
Okay, though.
They're pretty
They
different.
mean the same thing.
Do you know what the weather was like in Allegheny County, Pennsylvania today?
I honestly thought you were gonna say, "Do you know the Muffin Man?" Like in all seriousness, and then
Well, the weather there.
What is the weather there?
The weather is 73 degrees Fahrenheit.
But what's the humidity?
The humidity is 90%, not
Ooh.
100 for the first time in like fucking 9
For
days
the
of weather.
first time
And then
in
precipitation was 9%.
forever.
The wind was 5 miles per hour, and it was partly cloudy. Welcome to the Shirts Off podcast.
Today is
Today is technically September 3rd, but this is like the night of September
On
2nd
a-
going into September
on a
3rd.
Thursday or / Wednesday.
On a Wednesday night going into Thursday morning.
Yeah.
Technically here it's Thursday morning, but some of our listeners, depending on where they live, it's still Wednesday.
And if you're listening to the podcast, who knows what day it
Yeah,
is?
it could be fucking next year. It could be 2021 already.
You got a new router today. You want to talk about it?
Well, so here's the thing about the new router. It's literally the same router. Like, they didn't have an upgraded version yet, and it's been like a year. And when we got the one we had, it had already been out for like 6 months, the guy said. And usually they update it like every year for like at Comporium and send you a new router, you know?
Yeah.
But this one they didn't do. So we went and got it, and he was like, hey, this keeps shorting out, and like our internet's all garbage. I think I know what happened.
What is it?
So what I think happened, Kira's birthday is in 7 days.
Yes. Wait, is that what had to do with your?
That's all it was. I think her birthday, the closer it gets, the better the internet will be. No, the David Blaine balloon stunt was so dope. Burn the hat. Why burn the hat?
Who said burn the hat?
Flint did.
I feel like
The
Flint's
David Blaine
biased.
thing was dope. I didn't see the end of it. I saw like most of the way through.
God fucking damn it!
What?
You know what? Tomorrow I'm going to go get my phone fixed, and because it's just not fucking working anymore on the bottom of the keypad, and I can't fucking post promos.
Just
because
get a
of it.
new.
Okay.
Just
I'm done. I'm not messing with my phone anymore. Fuck that. If you guys want promos, I will be doing them after I get my phone fixed tomorrow.
Okay,
I'm done with it. Fuck that phone.
I understand, and I'm
Well,
sorry.
just the screen being broken, honestly. The phone's great. Yeah.
Get your phone.
It's not on the cord.
It's literally on the
Oh,
cords, and
not.
it's making the thing make
Is
sounds.
it? I'm not hearing anything.
I heard it.
I
It went.
I didn't hear anything. That was my chair.
No, it was
That's my
it was
voice.
distortion. What happened to the router? I'm interested now. Oh yeah, okay. So
Go ahead. You never finished.
here's the thing. When I got the router, it was really hot, right? And I was like, the router shouldn't be this hot.
Mm-hmm.
So
Like when you unplugged the old one.
yeah. So we took it and got the new one, which is literally just the same model, like same one. It's just like a different, like another one.
Yeah.
And we hooked it up. About 30 minutes later, the internet went out. While we were at the place, we updated our plan for $10, and we have gigabit internet now here, which
Gigabyte.
is gigabit. It's
Yeah.
gigabit. Gigabytes is storage. Gigabit is speed.
Okay.
We got gigabit internet. Like
Giggity.
your speed runs at megabits per second, not
Yeah.
megabytes per second. Walmart sells XRs for $200. It'll be cheaper than getting your phone fixed, and it'll last you longer. There you go.
What's XRs?
It's a phone.
Oh, it'll be cheaper to get my phone fixed.
No, it won't.
It'll be like $60.
You'll just have to keep getting it fixed.
No, it won't. If I get a better case, I won't have to worry about it.
Creighton, just get a good phone.
No, my phone's great. You guys just don't like my phone 'cause it's old.
Anyway, you sound just like Mike. Anyway, so I go back there, and when we got here, we got groceries and shit, or Mike did, and I said, "Here, you go hook the router up, and I'll take everything upstairs to the kitchen." He was like, "Okay, bet." So he goes in there, he sets it up, he goes upstairs to call Emporium and like get all the shit handled, but everything just started working right away, so he didn't even call them. And like 30 minutes, like right away, I go down here, I cut my PC back on, I check the speed test. Everything's amazing. Like we used to have between 60 and 80 download and like 1 to like 6 upload. We have between 5 and 600 download from the 3 or 4 times I've done it today, and the lowest upload we've had is 18, and the highest is 36.
Nice.
So like we have insane speeds now. But like 30 minutes later, it went off again. So I was like, what the fuck? And I text him. He's like, I'm going to call tech support and see if they can handle it, because the guy told us, like, the router shouldn't be the problem. You should call tech support and see what's wrong. So when he did that, he said, hey, I might need the information on the back of that new router. Send me a picture of it. And I was like, okay. So I went down there, and it was already hot again. And I was like, what the fuck? And it was because he was keeping it on top of another box in there that is it's what makes the Wi-Fi here so good. Like the Wi-Fi, you can hit, our Wi-Fi is very strong all the way up the driveway. Like it's because he has a broadcaster that expands the wireless signals here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just laying on top of that. So, and this is right after the internet went out again. I got it off of that thing and put it up on the wall on this little wood panel
Yeah.
so it wouldn't get hot again. And the internet hasn't gone out since.
So you think it was just getting
I think
hot?
I think it was overheating.
Is that how those work?
I don't know, but I mean,
I mean,
look,
like,
look,
you're not-
look. In this world, there are only so many coincidences.
Yes.
It went out immediately after, like 30 minutes into it being on, which is like the same time frame of it always going off anyway, between 30 minutes to an hour every day for the last like fucking 3 or 4 months, right? I think it's just been overheating. And literally as soon as I take it off that box, it has not gone out all day long. Not one time. It went off that one time, and then I moved it, and it's been good ever since.
Well, good.
I think it's just been overheating this whole time. I think that's been our problem. But the only thing that's weird about that is it's been laying there like that for a year. And it's definitely, I mean, I guess it is summer, so it's been hotter than usual anyway. So maybe it's always been a little hot, but never so hot that it overheated. And because it's like been the hottest it's been for the last like month and a half, maybe that's why it's been so bad. But either way,
Well, where's it at normally?
it's always right there. It's been in the
No,
same spot.
Where is it at within the house?
It's in the back basement.
Oh,
Like
it's
all
in this room.
Yeah,
right
so
here.
like it's
So,
like behind, if you're looking at the stairs right now, it's behind the wall the stairs are on. It's like that, like if you walked into the back basement, it's to the right and then to the right again, like on that corner of the house underneath.
I got you. That's such a. Is that like specifically the center of the house?
No,
So
that's just where the cables all run for it, like where it's where the internet's hardwired in.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me. It's because he used to have a server down there. Like he still has a server cabinet with a lot of the old guts of the server he ran, but now like he just keeps it on down there 'cause it's uniform and easy to get to. Your phone will eventually stop connecting to the towers and updating. I'm betting it'll happen in September or maybe October. There you go. Kristen is on my side,
Why-
and she's smarter than
wait.
us. Oi, very poggers moment. That's speed, though. It usually goes out at 6
Wait,
minutes
why
during the
will my phone
podcast, and it's
stop?
13 minutes. Thank you.
Why will my phone stop connecting to the towers?
The older your phones get, like the more updates they require, and at a certain point they can't handle the updates anymore, especially iPhones, because iPhones are built to not like last. They're built so that people want to keep buying the new iPhone. That's why Android forever, baby. Mike's had the same Android for 8 years.
Damn.
He's crazy. Like, I'm not even that crazy. Like, I'm like all for Android because they last longer and everything's free on them, and there's no restrictions to all the fucking shit on the internet. But I still think you should get a new one every couple years. Every 4 years probably is a good amount of time for a new phone.
My
Especially
boss
Androids,
is
but
the same way about her phone. She just got a new phone. She had hers for
well, I'm not one of these
7
crazy
years.
people though that gets a new iPhone every fucking year. Some
Yeah.
people get an iPhone every fucking
I can't
model.
do that.
That's too much money.
Yeah.
Like I kind of get like if you have Verizon, they have those deals where like every time there's a new one, you just give yours back and you keep paying the
same amount.
the same amount. So like whatever amount you've got paid up on one phone just transfers to the next phone, and you've paid that much on that. And I think that's a plan you can do.
Yeah.
And if it is, that's a pretty good
Clayton
plan.
did that for a little bit. You remember that? He left Straight Talk to go do that.
Yeah, but then he realized.
Yeah. Then he realized.
What he did.
Yeah. That's why I'll never sign up with a phone company.
Yeah, fuck.
And it's ironic 'cause I'm dating somebody who works for a phone company. She's constantly trying to get me to buy T-Mobile stuff.
green ticks for
Kristen-
weird.
I will never.
Well, I mean, she probably understands how the deals actually work and tries to help you out with the best
Nope.
versions of them.
Nope.
No,
Nope.
that's
Yep.
crazy, Kristen. The antenna will eventually not be strong enough to connect to the more updated towers,
My antenna will always be strong.
and I'm betting September and October because that's when the next iPhone is expected to come out.
Bring it on.
Yeah, which one do you have?
I have a 6.
Oh my God, Creighton! Creighton, get a new
Look,
iPhone.
but if it makes you feel any better, I just got that 6 year before last.
You should
for
get an
Christmas.
8. You should
And
get an 8
before
next.
that, Before that, I had a 5.
I
And
know.
the 5 was great.
You should get an 8 or a 9.
The
or
5 worked
9.
better.
You should get an 8 or a
honestly, than
10
the 6
next.
has worked out. You know. Maybe I should just go back to a 4.
4s don't work anymore.
What do you mean 4s don't work anymore?
Like they literally don't connect to
still
the
make
towers.
Phone calls on them and stuff.
Yeah, maybe phone calls, but they don't connect. Like they don't have wireless anymore, like internet wise. They don't connect to anything
Oh,
because they're not built for 4 or 5G. Those were 3Gs.
yeah. It's crazy to think like how far we've come.
I have no idea what I'm talking about. iPhone for life is my Sprint plan. Wait, iPhone for life is my Sprint plan, and I just pay the same amount when I upgrade and return my old phone. There you go.
But Sprint's now T-Mobile as well.
It's true. T-Mobile's
So-
taking over.
There you go, Kristen. Another person on your side, I guess. But I'm still not upgrading. Fuck you guys. I'm gonna hold out.
You should definitely upgrade phones. I think you should stick to straight. I'm so for Straight Talk.
Honestly,
They're-
Straight Talk
they're-
has the best deal. You know
their
they have
deal-
a $35 deal that like is what the original $45 deal was. You remember how it used to be like 5 gigabytes for $45? That's now like a $35 or $25 deal.
I will always do the Ultimate Unlimited.
Yeah,
I just love
know.
it too much. It's like I tried like the ones that have limited data, and like every time the data literally lasts like a day and a half.
Well, you play a lot of mobile games too, though.
Yeah, but I play them all on Wi-Fi.
See,
I never
like,
play them
don't
out
have
in the
that
world.
problem,
Like
though.
I literally will just be Googling something, and my shit just. I just don't. I don't know.
have
I have the worst trouble with like
Well,
using
does your
internet when I
phone
don't have
burn through
unlimited.
data pretty fast.
Probably.
Because like my phone, I get the
Fuck Sprint. The more I learn about them, I find that they really be fucking people over. Well, there you go.
I have the what's it called, the Straight Talk, the $45 plan,
Mm-hmm.
and that comes with 25 gigabytes of data. And I never burn through mine all the way through. I used to burn through it when it was like 5, or even sometimes when it was 10, but never when it like I haven't burned through it since before they started upping like how much you get, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I just like sticking to the ultimate.
Yeah,
I
just in case.
Yeah, I mean, one, just in case, and two, like, it's just good knowing, like, just not having to worry about, not that one little annoyance not being in the back of your mind.
Yeah. I think
And it's not like a crazy amount more. It's like $10 more, and it's like,
I can't do it. That $10, I need that $10.
okay, I understand.
But like, I think it'll
On-
eventually drop down again. You know what I mean? Because they're really trying to get people to like join Straight Talk, and it's
Yeah.
working. You know what I
It's
mean?
work. I mean, they have good service.
Yeah.
As long as they don't fuck people over on their service.
Mm-hmm.
Straight
And they
Talk's
don't.
fucking
It's
baller.
so easy. Like you don't have to. Like my service went on my phone, and I was a little bit late getting like the money for it. But I mean, like as soon as I got the same number, same service, everything. I didn't have to go through all these hoops and all this shit to reactivate or anything. I called, I put in my PIN, and that's all. I was done within 3 minutes. I love it.
I just have it. I go to the website now and I just have it on auto refill.
Oh, you do?
It's so much better, and it saves you $5 off your bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you auto refill, it's like instead of $55 a month, it's $50 a month.
Might have to look into that because I pay 50 now. You know, after all the taxes and everything, at
Yeah.
Walmart is 50.
It might be 55 after all the taxes,
Okay.
because it's normally 55 and then goes to 60 if you buy like the card. But on the website it's 50, but it might go to
Well,
like
that's
55 with the taxes.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
so
It'll only be like $5 more for you.
yeah, yeah. But that's what I mean though. Like after the taxes, like if I get the $45 card, it's like normally $5 more than that that
Exactly.
base price, which is weird. Like I didn't realize it because it's not on your receipt. I mean, it's not on the little thing that they show you on the self checkout thing, but it's on your receipt.
Yeah.
It's like a 911 fee, which I don't know like how much or how like much money. that
No
they
longer
actually make it.
Copenhagen.
What?
Poverty link. Get disconnected, stay disconnected. Well,
No longer.
Copenhagen, I mean, knock on wood. I don't think we'll be crashing anymore. We got our router updated today. Fuck Lou Diamond Phillips. We got our router updated today. We got a new one. It's the same like model, but it's a different router technically. Like it's another one. And I'm pretty sure we fixed what was going on. And we also have gigabit internet now. So it's only $10 more a month,
Yeah.
dude.
To upgrade the Wi-Fi or to?
To upgrade to gigabit internet,
Oh wow.
like the baller ass status internet.
Yeah. Wi-Fi's not as expensive as you would think it would be.
Wi-Fi just comes with your internet.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, like, internet isn't as expensive as you think it would be. I mean, it's expensive, but it's not.
It's not that expensive.
It's not like crazy. Like when I was a kid, I thought
I will say
that it
this:
would be really crazy expensive.
the best plan of internet is definitely worth the best plan for internet.
Yeah.
Because like here, I think it's like $100 a month for like the baller stat, like the one we're getting.
When I was living in Casey, South Carolina, I was paying for my internet through Spectrum, and we're talking about like baller ass I could have probably gamed and streamed on that internet if I had like the setup to do it, and it was costing me like $46 a month.
The only thing I don't like about Spectrum is they have really bad outage problems.
It never went out for me.
Well, you probably weren't ever doing anything that would
like
cause an outage.
like what
like you
caused an
probably-
outage.
Just a lot of use. I mean, a lot of stuff. Like you had an Xbox and watched Netflix. You know what I mean? Like you weren't like sitting there with a fucking Mac Daddy PC. Dude, we have 3 PCs in this house. Like two ridiculous ones. Mine and Mike's are like ridiculous. His laptop, the kid's PC, which is like not amazing, but it's still a PC. They've got 3 consoles hooked up and running, 2 Fire Sticks, like constantly up and running, and all the phones are connected to the Wi-Fi. And we never had outages until the router stopped. But we're pretty sure we fixed that today, and it was a dumb reason. So
So what are you gonna do with the old router?
we already gave it, but you had to give it back to Comporium to get a new one. Yeah, they just give you one.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't cost anything. They just update your router if you have one. And I think when I was at your house, I saw your old one. I think you need to get the updated one, but I'm not sure. Before we leave, remind me, and I'll show you the router and see if you guys have it at your house.
We just upgraded ours though.
When?
My mom upgraded it right before I moved back in last year.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's when we upgraded ours. I don't know if
Yeah.
it's the same one.
Is it like kind of like a flat black looking one? Like it says Nick Gear on it?
I don't know if it says. Is it like a triangle, kind of? Like from the base, does it go like this? Does it go like? I'll just show you and see if it's the
Yeah.
same one.
Well, let's go look at it real quick.
Well, no,
Yeah,
we're doing the
just like,
podcast.
fuck
Doesn't-
it, be
doesn't
like,
matter.
I'm going to go look at it.
I might end up crashing. I am very, very sleepy. Well, if
Kristen,
you do,
If
we love you
do,
and good night.
Yes. Good night. I'll
Do you
miss
use-
you. I'm sorry.
Do you use Ethernet or Wi-Fi on your computer? Oh, Ethernet. A
Yeah.
console's six consoles, 6 monitors, dog cam, cat tree.
door cam, refrigerator.
Yeah, I mean they have a lot of.
refrigerator.
Yeah, they have a lot of. Well, the
washing machine.
refrigerator's unplugged now. Finally.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wait.
it was breaking on them.
What the?
The refrigerator. They're getting another one. Well, that's what the one in the garage is for. We have to move it up there. Remember?
That's the one that connects to the Wi-Fi.
No, the other one was. That's why I just said it's
Oh,
not hooked up
Well,
anymore.
what's the old one? What are you guys gonna do with the one that connects to Wi-Fi?
Throw it away. It doesn't work.
Bro, give it to me.
It doesn't work.
I'm gonna connect to my Wi-Fi and play video games off of it.
That's not how that works. Doesn't have a screen or anything.
Imagine if it did though, and I was just sitting there playing Clash of Clans.
Dude,
I just got a whole refrigerator.
do you
just
ever go
full of
into the Comporium like building, the one where Blockbuster used to be?
No.
Dude, they have a fucking giant touchscreen monitor. It's 3 55 inches connected like on their sides to make
Yeah.
a big rectangle, and it's like you touch it like it's a touchscreen. The whole thing is, and like it's a grid system. It's like a 9 grid system where you like one tap and like it'll pull up YouTube into one screen, and if you like touch one of the grids, it'll like shrink it to that one the grid you picked,
That's fun.
and then it'll show like the Comporium deals and everything. And like, dude, the guy there was like me and Mike were like, we can figure out how to do that, right? And Mike was like, oh yeah, we can figure out how to do that. And we're like really thinking about looking into it for the garage, just so we have like a Mac Daddy dumbass amazing touchscreen
Is
like to
that-
do our projects on.
Is the computer that y'all use to run the arcade out there, is that connected to Wi-Fi too?
Yeah.
Why? Isn't all the games already in it?
Yeah, but we still use it for internet all the time.
For what?
When we're out there, we listen to music and stuff.
Oh, you listen to music through it,
Yeah.
through the arcade system.
No, it's hooked. That thing's hooked to the surround sound in the garage.
Oh.
Yeah, all the audio it plays is like is all in the garage. It's like surround sound.
Oh yeah.
Mike hooked it up a while back.
You can raise your.
You can raise your bit rate higher than 3,000 with the internet speed. How do I do that? Is that in OBS?
Yeah.
Talk to me after stream if you're still awake, Flint. I know it's gonna be a
Need to
late
get
one probably,
Flint
but still.
to help you fix OBS. I bet if anybody.
You
can
mean
do it,
like
it's Flint.
Streamlabs and all that?
Streamlabs.
Well, I mean, Mike can do that still. I don't know if Flint. Well, you know what, Flint. If you're gonna stay on,
Yeah.
and we'll talk after the stream.
Because like Flint, like Mike's not here,
Also-
but Flint's here.
YouTube command real quick. The most recent either the last 4 or the last 5 podcasts. I think I did 86, 7, 8, and 9 today. I went ahead and uploaded all of them. Where it used to take an hour and a half podcast, an hour and 45 to 2 hours to upload, now it takes it like 15 to 20 minutes. So I'm getting those churned out quickly. And then Creighton got here, so I had to stop uploading and start the stream. And I probably could have kept uploading, honestly, with the new speeds. But just to be safe and see how well the internet did, I'm just not doing it. But
Also-
whenever you leave, I'm going to not only upload the most recent ones. I think I can go ahead and just do this one tonight and start uploading these immediately after they go live.
Ooh, nice. So also to kind of like tease, we got
yeah.
2 new episodes of Creighton.
So one's with
Station
Pat. What
coming
was
up.
the other one?
No, that's not the one that you have.
Oh, that one's
So
okay.
that one's still being worked on,
Okay.
but TBD as in to be coming.
To be determined.
TBC.
TBC.
Is you've got Power Online, which is my interview with Coda,
Okay, fine.
and my interview with Isaiah, where he talks about Greek mythology.
Okay.
But the one with Pat should be coming sometime
excuse me.
within the week. And I've got a couple interviews lined up. I want to interview Bailey about being gay in America,
Okay.
and or in 2020, not in America.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna interview
In America.
I'm gonna interview the owners of Cushy, or
Okay.
one of the owners of Cushy.
For what reason?
Just talk about Cushy.
Okay.
Why you don't want to hear about Cushy?
Sounds riveting.
Are you
no, I
not,
don't
Are you
care.
not interested?
I mean, if I'm being
And-
1,000% honest, I don't listen to any podcasts anymore other than like occasionally Joe Rogan if I get the
Yeah.
time. I just never listen
Well,
to
I'm on the way, baby. So you better start listening to me.
them. Right.
I'll be the next.
Yours
Joe
get a
Rogan.
lot of views anyway. I don't think you
Yeah,
need me
right?
as a
They're
listener.
crazy.
Yeah, they're getting good. They're getting good traction.
What's the first one got right now?
It was at like 30 earlier, like 28
Damn,
or 29.
really?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Here, let me double check for you.
And if you guys have any interesting topics or anything like that that you potentially would want to see if I would want to interview you for, you should hit me up on Twitter at 8cron.
At 8cron.
Yeah.
It's right. It's right under. Do
At
this.
8.
It's right. It's like right there.
It's right here.
Yeah. Look. You see it?
Oh
It's
yeah,
right-
at
so it's-
8cron.
it's-
Oh, I thought you were talking
it's-
about the
it's-
views. I was like,
It's right
where are
over
the
there.
views
It's
at?
right over there. You see it?
Yeah,
You see it,
at
guys?
Acron
Guys,
on
look.
Twitter.
Look over there. Look under crate.
By the way, Quentin's killing it.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him to
Yeah,
make
it's at 29 views.
I've asked him to make a thumbnail for the next video that you'll have to pay attention and put in there. And I've asked him, we took so you know how the background is? Can you pull up the background real quick for that one?
It's literally the fucking like cup.
Yeah. Yeah, but like just kind of pull it up so that way we can show stream because I want to show you something as well.
Sorry. I was just
So
looking
this first episode is called Creighton Talks. It's from here on out going to be called Creighton Station.
Why?
Oh, because we're rebranding because we were too similar to Chops Talks. So like,
Why didn't you just let me name this one Creighton Station?
Don't worry about it. Look, so
You're
you
so
see,
annoying.
there's something I want to tell you. Pay attention.
I'm paying attention. Wait.
So what we're doing, we're redoing this background right now, and what we're gonna do is you see it's just gonna be white, and instead of that blue on the back,
Mm-hmm.
I asked Quentin to make kind of like, you know how if you're listening to music, it has like the audio thing,
Yeah.
like the little line that goes with that's
Yeah.
synced with the audio. The back of that is gonna be that audio line, and then you're gonna have in the foreground a picture of me, whoever I'm interviewing, and a couple of pictures of what we're talking about. And it's gonna be really cool, and the audio
Okay.
line's gonna go along.
Is it gonna be synced with your voice, or is
Yeah,
it just
sync-
gonna
it's
be like a
synced with-
random
it's
one?
synced with all of our voices. Like
Okay.
everybody, it's synced with the audio from the interview.
I got you.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like like the way this is moving
Yep,
with us.
It's gonna
okay,
be.
I
It's
got
gonna
you.
be pretty. It's gonna look pretty good. And
I
it's
hate
gonna-
when people try and do that, and it's like a generic one that doesn't actually go with it. You know?
Oh yeah, like it's just moving, but it's not in line with their voices. Coda helped me out a lot with that actually, because I was like, "This is what I want to do. Do you know how I could do that?" Because Quentin didn't know how to do it. Not to be talking shit about Quentin. Quentin's done
Yeah.
amazing shit for me.
No, it's okay. Quentin's garbage. We all know.
But
I
so
love you, Quentin.
what he did was he sent me a video because he learned how to do it, and he sent me a video to give to Quentin to show him how to do it, and Quentin picked it up like that. You know what I mean? It was fucking amazing. So we got that figured out, and what the color scheme I think is going to be right now is like blue, white for the background. The audio line's going to be orange, and then the color around like my name and stuff is going to be blue, so that way it can really make it pop. You know what I mean? As far as like them being complementary colors and all that, and then we're just going to go from there. And I want to put together an intro song and start doing like thumbnails to make each video kind of like stand out from one another.
I got you.
Yeah.
Like an intro song that's different every time.
So the intro
I
songs,
think you should
the
keep
intro
some-
songs can be same,
Okay, yeah.
but like say
The
for
thumbnail will be different
the
every
thumbnail
time.
will be different every time. But say for like the Pad X video, probably like the outro for that will be some of Pad X's music,
Yeah.
and obviously I'm gonna make sure it's okay with him before we use it. And I mean I think he'll be all right with it.
I'm
'cause
pretty.
it's an
He
interview
already
about
gave
him.
me. I already have him, Aleem, Arshad, all those guys blessing to use their stuff
Yeah.
whenever I want for any of this. Like
And
it's. I mean, especially like I'm just trying to promote them.
yeah.
Like I mean, they're those are the kind of guys that if the right people hear their shit
Oh, yeah.
one time,
Bro, Pat's
It's
awesome.
over,
He's
bro.
in LA
Like,
right
it's-
now.
yeah, it's as soon as it happens, it's over. Like they're the kind of guys that all it's gonna take is that one listen by the right person who just blows it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like those guys are amazing. Sounds
by him.
should have named it Fresh Air. What?
Well, we tried Fresh Air, but Fresh Air didn't work because there's already a show on what's NPR named Fresh Air.
So there's a lot of shows that are the
I
same
don't want
name
it
as
to
other
be.
things.
I don't want people to be looking up me.
What if there's
Yeah.
already something stationed, like not Creighton, but like?
Nah, this Creighton Station will be fine.
But what if there's already another one?
No, we're too far in now.
Oh my God! So it just doesn't. It just you just
Creighton
didn't want
Talks,
to start
we
it
had
off.
Time. We had
No, you
time.
did-
to
you had
change
time to change it, and you didn't change it anyway.
it. Well, I said it in the interview.
This
so it would've
argument.
made me look dumb.
You look dumb now. What if there's another station? Oh my God! I hope a year from now there's a fucking station channel that's got like 800 episodes up already,
And then I'm
and they're like,
okay.
"What the fuck are you doing?" And
then
they're mad at
I
you.
got to rebrand.
And then you gotta rebrand again. Charlie, why did you mail me a piece of paper with a hand-drawn swastika on it? You asked me to?
That was a threat.
No. Episode 1. We're too far in. Dude, Copenhagen, I'm telling you, the man is he's not real. I'm actually talking to like a fucking robot. This is just not a real person. I program him to say the most ridiculous shit to drive our ratings.
No, but
It's not working.
I like the tone of Creighton Station.
Uh-huh. The tone?
Yeah.
You mean the sound?
Yeah. Well, the tone too. The tone of it's very good.
What's the tone?
The
What is tone?
It's like serious interviews. Like the genre or the tone of the show. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Creighton Station doesn't have tone. It's a title.
Oh,
You mean the show itself?
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
The title has tone, and
No.
it rolls off the tongue.
There you go. It rolls off the tongue. It sounds good.
Yeah. It makes you
Tone.
kind of like chew on your tongue a little
I
bit
found a
as you
dope
sing.
stream that just streams a tortoise 24/7.
Bro, we should.
I
do
saw
that.
one like that with ducks, where it's
That's
like a
what-
duck farm. It's amazing.
Not a duck farm. We just need to stream Eevee all the time.
No, she coughs a lot. People would be sad.
No, I mean like think about it like this though. What if we put like a camera on her collar, right?
It's
just
just
her
her
just have
point
her-
of view 24/7.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Oh, we had since we got good internet,
I'm
we
via-
can talk about stuff in the notes tonight.
I'm VIP on one for chickens. Really?
He looks at chicks.
Serious interviews. Fucking Barbara Walters over here. Exactly, Copenhagen. He thinks he's hot shit. 'Cause Creighton Station sounds cool.
Thank you.
50 Ducks in a Hot Tub was the channel, but they stopped streaming.
No.
Why?
What's cancel
Shit, what am I-
culture equals jail time?
Huh? Oh, just
Is
That
that,
was-
like a thought, or is that like
that was a thought plus like a thing to talk about. I was just talking about like how I put equals jail time to remind myself that I was comparing them.
yes?
Like it's ridiculous. The other day, me and Creighton were talking about like how do I say this without saying it? Hold on, I have to be careful.
Are you talking about yesterday?
Ah,
We were talking
relax.
About, we
Let
were
me.
talking about Cobra Kai.
No, it was something else.
Oh.
Hold on, just don't
Sorry.
talk.
Go
'Cause
ahead.
you'll say what I don't want to say.
Okay. You said the N word.
Yeah, that's what I said. Hashtag cancel Creighton. I agree, Fairy Go.
Oh,
Good
I like,
to see you,
I
Fairy
like
Go.
that as the name of for a show. Cancel Creighton.
Low key.
Bro, we should have named it that.
Yeah, you still can. You can rebrand. You're only 3 episodes in.
Nah, it's too late now.
Hashtag canceling Creighton. Ooh, I'm masturbating. Okay, Blake. Jesus Christ. Canceling Creighton.
By the way,
cancel
you said,
Creighton.
"Ooh, I'm masturbating," not "I'm masturbating."
Well, I was saying ooh about the canceling Creighton. Never mind.
I
Anyway,
like canceling Creighton.
I do too. I like them both.
Yeah.
That's a great show title.
Cancellation Creighton? No, that doesn't
No,
work.
that's
I just like
cancellation
this show.
station. You just wanted to rhyme it with station. Again. Cancellation Creighton Station. It's got that fucking triple C, like someone else in our lives. Me. That's me. Anyway,
I thought you were more in the triple K.
that was good. Anyway, that was funny. Anyway, we were talking about somebody we both knew, and don't say.
I'm not.
I know. I'm just saying. You have this thing where you just say what you're thinking,
well,
and just.
if I have a
You'll be like,
question,
oh, you mean when we were
I
talking
have
about
a
Quentin or
question-
whatever the fuck?
I'll write it down. so
Okay,
that way you won't
well,
say
just
it.
let me say
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Go ahead.
We were talking about a person in our lives that people we know didn't really like or fuck with at a certain time, and now we do, and the thing that got brought up was like
oh,
how
I know what you're talking
the
about.
thing that ended up getting brought up was, isn't it crazy that like we all have this weird thought, and like you guys brought up the like question, isn't it crazy that can happen, like that we can not like somebody so much and then like them and be friends with them? And I was like, well, that's how we're all being raised. Like people our age and below are being raised that way right now with
Yes.
stuff like cancel culture. It's like if you don't like someone or you disagree with the one thing they did one time ever, not only do you shut them out forever, but they're just not allowed to
this
do
is-
anything.
This is a really good topic.
Yeah,
I'm glad
cancel
you put this
culture.
down.
Well, what? Oh, hold on, let me finish the thought.
Go ahead.
So-
Go ahead.
What the reason I put jail time is like we have jail. Jail is a thing. Prison, yes. And what is it?
Correctional facility.
Yeah, but like explain the process of prison. What's
Well,
what's
isn't-
supposed to
so
happen?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the idea behind prison is the person goes there, and it's supposed to like punish them and
Readjust them for society.
Well, yeah, rehabilitate.
Rehabilitate. You're supposed to go there and then come back a better person.
Release them.
Exactly. So that
But it
they will
doesn't
not
work
no
for
longer.
the guys that are sentenced there for life. And stuff.
Exactly. So you mix all these, like, for lack of a better word, normal people with these people who are never getting out. Like a guy with a 10-year sentence is not the same as a guy with a life sentence.
Mhm.
You're talking about a guy who's going to get out in 10 years. But if he's in there with people who aren't ever getting out, and all he's surrounded by is those people, and then prison guards whose job is to keep these guys in line. Like you're dealing with a fucked up system, and that's getting beside the point. To cancel culture's credit, like we send people to jail and we let them come back. Cancel culture's like jail, but you never are allowed to come out in the eyes of cancel culture. 'Cause you're done. You're canceled. Like, you're not allowed. Like, what they want is for you to be canceled. That, like, no one can come back. Like, granted. What the hell? Did you click your button?
I did. I did click my button.
To their credit,
Well,
to
well,
people's credit in
so
general, like,
can I
cancel culture's
say
kind of
s-
ending.
I was
And it's a
about to
little,
say,
it's
like,
joked on
There
now.
are some people who don't deserve to come back, I believe. In some
Oh, yeah.
respect.
Well, it's not cancel culture, though. The ones that don't deserve and aren't coming back are the ones who are, like, in jail.
Like, you know, like, I mean, you got your, what's his name? That, like,
Harvey Weinstein?
yeah, you got Harvey Weinstein's, which really is, like, a big catalyst for all of that.
Yeah.
And, you know, you got your
Bill
Bill
Cosby's.
Cosby's for sure.
The worst one.
Yeah, and
By far.
and I think that all
The Creighton
those
situation.
I got all those that are definitely. I thought about situation too. You got all those that are completely justified, but I feel like you're talking about like where it isn't like they've raped 50 people, or they've never raped a person, but they've said something.
Exactly. Like
that-
the James
that-
Gunn
I
situation.
I want to kind of like, because it sounds like at first the way you're saying it is like, oh, these people aren't justified at all for being like this, and you should bring them back. But if you make that blanket statement, you know, people are going to be like, did we lose connection?
No.
Okay. But people are going to be like, well, like, are you saying it's okay for people like Harvey Weinstein to eventually come back if they're rehabilitated? Are you saying it's okay for people like Bill Cosby to come back if they're rehabilitated? And I don't agree. I mean,
Well, that's
like,
a different situation.
that's the whole. It's definitely a different situation, but I get where you're coming from as far as like you're talking about the people that like cancel individuals because they say something that was taken out of context. Like Joe Rogan, we talked about this a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, he's been canceled
Say-
like 5 times.
saying
Canceled, by the way.
saying whatever he said about video gamers out of context
Exactly.
and it being taken out of context and like gamers turning against him and all
Exactly.
that and the other because they didn't like that he said if you game all the time and that's
Creating
all you
nation.
do.
Creating conversation.
And is that what it was? If you game all the time or something like that? Like if you are is all you doing is gaming.
Honestly, I
is-
can't remember the phrase anymore. I just
is-
remember hearing hearing the argument and then
Yeah.
watching it out of context or watching it with the
And-
context.
And I agree with you. I mean, like,
And he's made like similar statements about it like 5 or 6 times, and it was just this time.
yeah, it was taken
Because
out
of
context.
probably
Yeah.
coronavirus. Because of that, they're like able to go in there, and like more people are listening than usual, and it's probably more likely to go viral because his podcast is getting bigger and bigger views every time. Like he had Miley Cyrus on today, like that podcast is gonna explode. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just. And by the way, first 20 minutes, I listened to the first 20 minutes in the shower earlier. Dude, she's so awesome.
Who is that?
Miley Cyrus.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's hilarious and also like very. In 20 minutes, you learn so much about her already. Like it's crazy. like, He's amazing.
but like to what you're saying,
Bill
though,
Cosby.
like I agree. I feel like cancel culture is dumb because like it's like you can't make a statement now almost without censoring yourself to the point where your idea gets lost, almost. And I'm glad I agree with what you're saying. I feel like if it's coming to a point where people are realizing, hey, we can't fucking say what we want to say, and like people get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean,
I had somebody say something to me the other day because I said somebody was black. And they're like, whoa, you don't want to say that, do you? I was like,
that you just said he's like you said like they
Like,
said
I was using
who's
it to
Pat and you were like
describe-
he's a black guy
well,
or like what'd
It
you
wasn't-
say
it was something like that. We were talking about like,
something harmless.
yeah, we were talking about
That
I was,
everyone thinks
I was
is, like,
literally
this
just
horrifying
describing something
statement
to
now.
somebody, and they were like, "What do you mean he's black?" And I was like,
He's a black guy.
"He's a black guy." What do you mean? Like,
Exactly. What do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, people are
he's like,
so
"Don't
weird,
you mean
bro.
African American?" And I was like,
No.
"Well, first of all, I don't think that applies to all black people.
It doesn't.
If anything, that's like saying just because you're Hispanic means everybody's Mexican American.
It's not true.
It's not true. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? It's not. It's false. Now,
I'm
there are-
disappointed of you, Creighton. That's crazy.
there are African Americans out there. Just like there's Mexican Americans out there.
Copenhagen. No, it's
and
the
there's-
Miscommunicating podcast, not the miscommunication.
And there's Spanish Americans out there, and there's whatever Russian Americans out there. I don't see.
I saw a really funny video a long time ago of this African dude who was visiting America,
yeah.
and somebody in the store said like something along the lines of, well, he's African American, and he was like, no, I'm not. I'm just African. He's like, I'm not American. And
Yeah.
and then like the lady looked weird, looked like dumb, like she looked
Yeah.
like the idiot. And it was like this, like black people aren't African American.
Yeah.
African American people are African American.
Yeah.
Like people from Africa are black people
Yeah.
who are African. They're
Yeah.
not African American. You can't say every black person's African American.
Yeah, it just
because
doesn't
it doesn't
work.
make sense and it's
And
not
there-
true.
It's crazy to think.
And
there
then all
was-
their defense is gonna be like, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, you know what I mean? He's a black guy. It's
yeah,
not-
like what do you?
I'm
what
not-
do
I'm
you-
not-
Yeah.
I'm not a hateful, evil person.
Yeah.
For like, if I said Creighton's a white guy, if I was describing him,
Yeah,
I'd be like,
you
he's
wouldn't
tall,
get
white.
upset, you know
Yeah,
what I
he's a
mean?
tall, white guy, ginger. Like, it's not. It's like that's just who. That's what he looks like. That's who he is. I'm describing a
we're-
person.
Yeah.
If my friend's like, hey, what's your friend Quentin look like? I'd be like, he's tall, black guy, little afro,
Yeah,
glasses. Like,
yeah, you know?
you're describing a person. You're
Yeah.
describing. To me, Quentin's my best friend in the world.
If you had
He's
acne,
my family.
if,
Like he's literally the closest. Like he's my closest friend on this planet.
I see Quentin's grandpa all the time. I fucking love Quentin's grandpa. He like knows me, but I didn't really recognize him at first.
I
And
bet he
every time
listens to the podcast.
every time he comes into Food Line, he'll speak to me and says, "Hey," and all that
Tall,
stuff. I
white,
love it.
redneck, classy. My cult leader. Creighton.
Redneck.
Yeah, you're redneck.
Am I?
Yes.
No.
Creighton.
No. No, my brother's redneck,
You're both redneck.
and my father.
My
is also-
my cult leader, my Creighton. Copenhagen said he's just been listing off the names, and it's gone the Creighton situation, Creighton Nation, Creighton Conversation, the Miscommunication Podcast. I think it should be called the Miscommunicating Podcast. The Creighton Association,
like them.
Simulation, Creighton.
I like miscommunicating.
Tall, white, redneck, classy. My cult leader, my Creighton. That's a slogan.
Like what
Agree
kind
with
of
you.
like how when you say redneck, what do you mean like
Creighton, it's just a joke. I mean,
Oh.
you sound country. That's all
do
it
I?
is.
Oh, okay.
We both
No,
do
I
to
just
other
meant, like,
people.
I was curious. Like I was like kind of like, where you going? You saying because I drive a truck? Because I know
No,
how
it's
to
because
fix
you
trucks?
because you sound like
Yeah.
a country
Yeah.
person.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a lot of like drawl and you have a lot of like the vocabulary. Like
Okay.
ain't. You say ain't all the time.
Yeah.
That's not a
Ain't,
normal.
ain't a word, son.
I
It's
know.
Like since it's not a word, means it is a word.
Well, I think it is
That's
technically
like
a word
my
now. I
favorite-
think it's been added
Oh
to
yeah,
Webster's
but
now.
that's my favorite sentence in all of human language because it's like ain't a word. So like what you're saying is saying like it is a word.
You're
in a
not
way.
saying anything.
Yeah, you're not saying anything.
It's
You're
like,
like
wait.
you're like blank is blank.
Well,
you know?
also there's some episodes where your neck is kind of.
yeah, I
there
did
you go.
get sunburn.
That's true. We both did at one
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
It was definitely more on my arms and shoulders, so it was harder to tell. Like my face didn't
My
get
face
so
was
bad.
red.
Your face was fucking
That was a
cherry tomato red at one point. It was hilarious.
But so as far as like cancel culture going away, how do you think that's happening? Like as far as like
I think people
like,
are
from
just
your
smarter.
perspective.
I think people are like,
we need this not gonna
look,
be, we're not
look.
gonna
The
be able to
reason it
communicate.
started in the first place was the fucking 1 or 2% of Twitter that started saying things. And what happens is enough people say it, it trends. Enough of something trending enough, an article gets written. And then all of a sudden you have an article saying, David Schwimmer canceled for having the last name Schwimmer because swimming or something. It's literally dumb nothingness shit. Like, it's ridiculous.
It's like news for the sake of news.
It's news for the sake of news. It's literally like, it's tabloid shit. It's
Yeah.
stupid. And, excuse me, the problem waiting with Creighton, he's just not going to stop. I love you so much,
Creighton's
Copenhagen.
masturbation station.
Anyway, what happens is you get all these idiots who can't do anything else with their
Yeah.
lives. You know, they work at McDonald's, and this great thing in their life is tweeting out a sentence and it getting 150 likes, and it makes their fucking year. It's like, oh my god, look at all the likes I got. Like, this is like, that's all they talk about. You know what I mean? Like, all they'll talk about the day of something like that happens is, look at all my likes. And that's not a totally toxic behavior. If you tweet out like, look at this picture of my dog and he does this trick with a ball and it gets like 500 likes, that's cool and it's worth talking about. Because look, my dog, I'm proud of him. I tweeted this thing. People liked it. It's cool. It's like serotonin to your brain. It feels good. But when someone says something like, John Krasinski shaved his mustache to look like fucking Wesley Snipes in that movie that one time. That's racist because he's a black guy and that's a white guy, and that's what racism is now. And it gets like 150 likes from a bunch of fucking sheep that agree with him because they're like, yeah, white and black doesn't mix, like, which is racist. Then they're like, look at the racism, and then he's like, rah! It's like all his happiness is based on this really toxic thing and this negative thing, and then all of a sudden that 150 likes gets translated to a fucking article that gets put on Twitter Moments for some reason, and then 50,000 people read it, and John Krasinski gets canceled for some reason. It's like nothing makes sense. It doesn't. It's literally fucking what's the saying? God, there's a saying. There's a saying that I can't think of where it's like it starts off as nothing and becomes everything. It's like a snowball. It's like a
when,
snowball rolling
it
down a
takes
hill.
one snowflake to make an avalanche.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's like that. It's
To
ridiculous.
cause an avalanche.
And that's a really apt saying because it's literally a fucking snowflake saying that shit.
Yeah.
It takes one snowflake to cause an
You
avalanche.
sound like a boomer.
It takes one snowflake. Hello, real Charlie boy. Hello, Lisa. Lisa, I feel like we're having a very mean conversation.
You
for
are having a very mean conversation.
It's not mean. It's just,
You sounded like you went on a boomer rant for like
yeah.
5 minutes.
It just makes me mad.
Look, Charlie.
It makes me mad that people just want to be negative
Yeah. No. I get
about
that.
people who aren't being negative, and like it causes these crazy outrages. Whoa, a rare flinger sighting.
No.
Howdy, Illini. I think the danger of cancel culture is when it gets validated when the intention of the situation is not worth it. Exactly. Because you're telling them you're right and villainizing yourself, then some situations are not the case. I agree.
If I can just sum up your argument for
Okay.
the last 5 minutes. I'm a boomer. I'm mad because it's not the 80s anymore.
See, but look, you
Sorry.
saying that.
I'm just messing with you.
I know,
I'm
I
messing
know.
with
But,
you,
when I, but
but
that
it's
it is a
like-
good example.
Yeah.
Because you saying that is like the people saying, like, boiling one sentence down of, like, a multi-page. In Iron Man 2, when the senator makes Rhodey read that one paragraph
Yeah.
that says, like, I believe that the Iron Man suit could be dangerous if left unchecked, but his overall
Yeah.
report that he wrote out was that the pros outweigh the cons of the situation, and it's a good thing that Mr. Stark has the fucking armor, whatever the fuck it says. But it's like that. It's pulling that one little phrase and misquoting it and taking it out of context that makes all these arguments and all these cancellations of people, like makes it go down the way that they all go down.
I like how Johnny handles it in Cobra Kai because he's just like.
Don't
stop-
say anything.
No.
I haven't seen any of the show
No,
yet.
I'm not saying anything.
You're
It's
gonna
nothing
say
I
it,
haven't-
though.
It's nothing I haven't told you. You just said stop being a bunch of pussies.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I agree. So Charlie Boomer canon or Elseworld story? Spoilers, exactly. Wait, no, I had a thing. Shit.
Come on.
I was
You
gonna say a
got it.
thing.
You got your smooth brain. Make it work.
Smooth brain, not work.
Damn,
forgot.
No thoughts.
I know we're on a serious topic, but I would rather change it to something that Lisa would want it to be changed to.
What does she want?
What are you gonna say,
What do you want
Lisa?
to talk about Lisa?
Lisa's the nicest human on the planet, by the way.
Oh, let's talk about police brutality.
Great, please. You can't glue or tape your mics. You can't glue or what do you mean you
it's
can't
a
glue or
question.
tape
It's
your
like you're
mics?
holding them. Hey, look, it's Parker and the other girl.
So wait, they're both women. It's gonna be annoying to hold them. It's got to be annoying. I forgot
Yeah.
the question mark. Sorry. Oh, you can't glue or tape your mic. We can't. I mean,
I have a stand.
he has a stand
But
that he
it's got a
doesn't
mic
use,
on it.
and I just like holding it. But the main problem
How do
is
I
that
put
they're
this
really
in
low
there?
for. So like, if we just pull them back, Lisa, it's really hard for you guys to hear. You see?
Wait, hear what?
So like, we have to hold them really close for the timing until
How
we get the.
fuck do I get this
Stop!
off
I'll
of
do
you?
it later. You're gonna
Okay.
fuck
You
with
said
it.
that last time.
Yeah, and you didn't remind me, so I'll
Because
do it
you
later.
tell me to remind you of like 8 things all the podcasts.
Well,
before.
and you never remind me any of them.
And
so-
well, I got all 3 of them listed right now. Look at the router. Talk to Flynn about getting OBS fixed and Streamlabs fixed.
the mic.
From the mic.
Well, there you
So
go. Remind me later
Yeah,
though, not
Parker, remember that.
now. Anyway,
The router.
it gives them character. Oh, whoa, no way to turn them up. So the thing is, it started off where they were too low.
No, it's been great the whole time.
So,
Oh.
It
She has a
started off
point.
where they were too high, and we had to lower them. But as like progressively, when they got quiet, we would cut them up, and now they just won't. We can't cut them up any higher. They're like
Yeah.
maxed out on our end, and like on OBS, we have it maxed out. So I don't know what the deal is. I'm gonna try and figure it out, but for now, I don't really know how.
We're just a bunch of losers,
Well, it's not that we're losers. We're just inept.
and we don't
we're
know how
we're
to do it.
like,
Hey,
we're-
I'm well inept.
I mean, technologically.
Ask Kristen. She says I'm very
Get a
inept.
mic arm.
Oh no, that's in.
I like holding them. Honestly, I like holding the mic. Listen, I have to write sticky notes for everything I need to remember. So sad. That's odd. Beatbox time?
didn't
I'm not
hear me at all.
beatboxing,
Look
and
at
neither
him.
is Creighton.
He's talking. Only the people that are well endowed can hear.
Right.
Have you seen? So like, there's a clip.
Spontaneous rap battle? Me and
Oh,
Creighton are
bro.
rapping.
The only thing is like we can't drop these mics.
Sing You're Welcome. What do you mean we can't drop them?
Like I mean, like if we drop them, they might break.
Yeah, I mean, you shouldn't drop them anyway.
Or I could drop it and Parker could catch it before it hits the ground. So that way, visually, it looks like it might drop.
Your choice, but I already cashed in my points.
Hey, Charlie.
Hey, Creighton.
There's this clip from the Woody and Wilcox show, which we're both fans of, where like this guy calls in to tell a story, or this woman actually.
Yeah.
She's like, I was going to school, and these boys were making fun of me, and my mom came to school, and my mom's very well endowed, and the phone just hangs up. So then they don't know what the rest of the story is.
God damn it. Can we get ASMR hour? Sorry.
ASMR with
Hey, Creighton. Well, I mean, I feel like they're not going to be able to hear this very well.
Station ASMR. I taste copper.
How's that sound? What?
Because I like the mic, so now it tastes like copper.
Anyway.
No, that's iron.
Thank you. My life is complete. Well, there you go. Eat some carrots into the mic. Lisa, why do you love that so much?
Do we have carrots?
We do not have carrots.
We do have
Lisa used to just eat carrots in the mic.
carrots? Do you have carrots so we can eat them? I don't think that's good for you.
I don't either. I feel like that's just not good.
You're just gonna shit out a baby carrot.
I love carrots.
Do you have anything crunchy we could eat in the mic?
I don't. We're not doing ASMR on
That's
on
what
our
Lisa
stream.
wants. We told Lisa whatever she wants.
No.
She has enough.
Can
channel
you also
points.
slurp ramen, please? God damn it.
Does it have to be hot ramen?
Do you not like hot ramen?
No, I'm just asking. Like, is it like steaming hot? Like you just pulled it out the fucking microwave and you gotta slurp that shit? 'Cause that shit's hot. It'll burn your fucking mouth. I do.
Why?
The little cups. The cups. You have to
That's-
heat those in the microwave.
No, you don't. You
'Cause
can
the
cook them.
cups,
You can
the
cook them
cups,
normally.
like,
You just
the
empty
cup
it.
is
You just
attached
empty
to
it
the
into a
cup.
bowl.
It's attached to the cup, Charlie.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
But you can literally go like, and it's not.
I couldn't because it was stuck. It was like cemented down there.
No.
The last time I ate one though, I was like 5, so I might just not have the strength.
Oh
to,
my
like,
god,
eat it.
Creighton. So fucking steamy. Sounds. There was a a picture going around on Twitter, and it was, could you eat what's your birthday month for the rest of your life? And dead ass December was carrots. It was meant to be. Sounds better that way.
What was April?
I don't know. I
Well,
don't
I'm
have it.
asking her, so that way she can tell.
Give each other massages.
matches.
No, I'm not going to do that. What are you-
Why not?
You're getting.
Cake.
Okay, I didn't see what you were doing. It was 5.
Bro.
Close the windows. Keep the stank. God damn it. She doesn't remember.
Let's see what else we got in the notes here to talk about.
I'm really tired. I'll be able to help you with the OBS stuff
Ooh.
tomorrow. Good night, y'all. Okay, fine. I'll catch you later.
Do you
Charlie
want-
complaining of negativity online, but being negative the whole stream. The
Yeah,
irony. That's
that's honest.
crazy.
Hey,
That's crazy.
you want to hear a funny food science story?
I do want to hear funny.
This
people
is for
say.
you, Lisa. So one time, you remember Z, our friend.
Yes.
Me and him. It was like very early into my office days, and
Can you cut that off? We can hear it on the mics. You're good.
so we were very
Get on with the
we were very
Food Line
early
story. Thank God.
in the office days of my career at Food Line, and Z was on register 1, and I was just walking out of the office, coming to check on things, whatever. This guy like walks like from the tech aisle all the way up to register 1. It's like he's got a cigarette on his ear. He's like, "You guys got any phones?" And me and Z were both like, "No, Dollar General has that." He's like, "Damn!" And he pulls the cigarette out of his ear, and like almost lights in the store. And like me and Z to this day reference that moment because like
How
it'll
do
be,
you do it? Like,
well,
do you
it'll
have
be a
is there a
rough day.
phrase and you just go,
no,
damn?
no, it'll be a rough day. And I look at Z and be like, I pull like something out of my ear and be like, damn, and then stick it in my mouth. Yeah, that's my Food Lion story. It's fun.
Your story, I never know how to prepare myself because your Food Lion stories are always like either 18 seconds or like 8 minutes long. They're like a real story or like a phrase, like that, like a
Well,
reference
it was short
thing.
and sweet and to the point for Lisa because I know she cared. She wanted to know.
As long as my kitty doesn't unplug my mix amp for the 307th time. Your new kitty is very, very cute. I've seen many pictures.
You seen lots of pictures of her pussy?
Thank you for wording it like that, Creighton. Lisa, I'm sorry.
You're welcome.
Lisa is too nice for you to say things like that about her. That's terrible. I love watching Charlie's eyes glaze over during the Food Lion stories. Thank you, Copenhagen. She's a big punk. Never again, please. Lisa, I'm sorry. I can't control him. Lisa, his mother, his grandmother, and my grandmother watch
And
this
your
podcast.
dad.
And my dad. He says the most ridiculous shit in the world on this podcast, and knowing our families watch, knowing my grandmother, not his grandmother, but like it's one thing to say all that shit knowing your own family's gonna watch it. He knows my grandma, my nana
Yo,
is gonna
oh.
watch this shit.
That reminds me, bonus Food Lion story. I met Charlie's
Oh,
nana
yeah.
the other day.
It's really funny.
So I was sitting there checking somebody out at the service desk, and she's on register 1, and I didn't know. Like I've seen her in person before, but I never knew it was your nana.
Yeah.
She like says, "Hey, Creighton," and I look over at her, and I was like, "Hello," and she was like, "I'm your biggest fan." I was like, "Oh, okay." Weird.
That's new. That's
I
normal
figured-
now.
So I figured she just watched.
You were like, oh yes, another one.
I figured she just watched the podcast.
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, okay, hey," like you know.
Which, by the way, weirdly, a lot of people in our town
yeah,
know us
we're
from the
very
pod.
popular. you
Well,
know.
but I don't get it. Like the numbers don't
What do you
tell
mean?
that. Like
numbers don't lie.
no,
It's
the
spelled
numbers don't line.
disaster for us.
No,
It's
the numbers don't
sacrifice.
line up.
Oh.
Like we get some views on our YouTube, but not like
I don't know.
somehow. Like
Maybe-
I've met like 6 people that I don't know that know me from the podcast.
Maybe they're sharing.
I guess, but like I mean, like it doesn't matter if they're sharing. The view would still show up, and
Maybe
it does.
maybe there's a lot more people that watch on Twitch than you think.
I guess. It's weird. Maybe
Um,
there's people on your Facebook that are clicking it that don't have Twitch accounts, and so like they're just viewers that aren't like registered viewers.
Maybe.
You know what I mean? 'Cause you can get on Twitch
Well,
and
you
just
know
watch a
Miss-
stream without
Miss
having an
Knox
account.
Watches it.
Really,
Yeah.
Miss?
She asked her and
Like tattoos.
her
Our
and-
science teacher.
Her and Wayne watch it a lot. Or Mr. Boone.
Really?
Yeah.
They watch it a lot.
Yeah.
What do you mean they watch it a lot?
Well, we were
On Twitch or on YouTube?
I don't know what they watch it on.
How do you know they watch it?
So we
Explain
were,
this.
Well,
I'm losing my mind
were
right now.
hanging
This
out.
is crazy
Parker
news to
was
me.
there. Remember when we went to Applebee's and you guys were at Waffle House with Amy and them? And like Nick was, I went over to Applebee's just to like get me a drink, and Nick was there. And not only was Nick there, but Miss Knox was there. Yeah, and
What did she say? I am
She-
so
she stopped me and asked me if we were doing a stream, like a podcast tonight. So like she watches it.
What did she say about it?
She's like, "Oh, tell Charlie." Say like, you could see that. I could see it if she had just seen me put it on Facebook, but like knowing that you're in it, like she has to have seen it before or watched, and could currently still be watching.
Jeez.
Yeah. We just need
Creighton
some-
don't give a fuck about nobody's grandma.
Yeah.
Fuck them old people. Goddamn.
Well, I would
Can we have
never
a
fuck an
command
old
to make
person.
a random call to Charlie's Nana at any point
Yes.
in the stream?
Oh, I didn't finish telling your Nana story.
Okay.
So like, I walk up to her and I figure we're just gonna talk about the podcast. So I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" That kind of stuff. And she's like, "Do you know me?" And I was like, "Oh, this is getting weird." No, I don't. And she's like, "I'm like Christopher. I'm Christopher's grandma." And I said, "Who the fuck is Christopher?"
'Cause
and then I
For
remember
those of
sometimes
you who may not know, my real name is Chris, and,
then
all my friends call
it's
me
not
Charlie.
your real name. And then I remember sometimes you go by Chris
Sometimes.
or Christopher
My real name
or
or Charles. I also
Or
go by
Charles,
Chuck. A lot of
or
people call
Chuck.
me Chuck.
Yeah. Sometimes Carl. I don't know.
That's not true.
I'll start calling you Carl.
Okay.
Carl boy. Harley boy.
Say the thing. Tell the story.
And it clicked for me as I started thinking about Christopher. I was like, who the fuck do I know that's named Christopher? Except for, like, you know, other Chris who hang out with the dreads. And I was like, that's not it, because he's black and this lady's white. And, like, I don't mean, like, you know, she's, like, very white. And she's Italian.
No,
Sorta.
she's not.
She seemed Italian. And she was talking like this the whole time. And and then she said something about pizza and going swimming in her pool. What? What is it? What is it, Kyle?
What's happening?
What is it? What happened?
Oh, almost in the frame.
What? Oh, yeah, they can. Okay, that's fine. I thought you were mad about the Italian thing.
Anyway,
I've already told like 2 Food Lion stories tonight. I'm not gonna keep filling up airtime with Food Lion stories. I mean, unless you want me to keep going.
I want to hear the rest of the story.
Oh, so she was like, so she was like, yeah, I'm Christopher's Nana, and I finally got that it was you, and I was like, oh wow, that's crazy, and like she started talking about how we need to come swimming at her house, and she misses you, and you never come to see her, and like, she's like, yeah, you can just come over and go swimming whenever. I won't bother you guys, you know. You guys just hang out and go swimming and stuff.
She was very starstruck.
I like.
She called me and told me about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she really loves Creighton. Creighton, you're kind of low. Well, he's not talking all the way into his mic.
Yeah.
You gotta get up in that thing. You gotta get up in that bitch now. Okay.
What kind of food? Wait, do you want to talk about the pedophile story?
That's kind of cute.
Can I let Parker tell the story?
Well, they're about to go get food.
No, just real quick. It won't take long. Yeah, it's a real quick story. It's a
Is
Food Lion
it
story.
appropriate for the
Yeah,
podcast?
Yeah, it's fine. Come on.
Okay. Oh, I don't know what it is. I don't know the story.
No, he's gonna tell it.
Okay, I know. I'm just saying I don't know it ahead of time. I don't know what it's about. I won't know if it's appropriate.
They call me
Except ignore the part Copenhagen said.
I'm a pedophile hunter, okay? All right, so
You gotta talk like
all right, I
way
gotta
up
talk
in the
into
mic. No, like you gotta like get up. Yeah,
Right here?
yeah.
Is that good? Okay.
It's gotta be like stupid loud.
All right.
Because they don't hear what we hear. They hear a much lower version.
I got you. So, I was sitting at the register, there's one lady here. She's paying for her stuff at the card swipe thing, whatever the fuck it's called. And there's this black dude. He comes up, kind of looks pigeon-toed. He's bald. He's got a blue shirt on, And this lady, she's
Carl.
paying for her
That's
stuff.
Carl.
All right. And these 3 little girls came in. They're by themselves. They're like extremely little. Like at most, the oldest one had to be like 9, and the youngest was like 6 or so. They come in to buy some candy or something. Their mom's out in the car, and so this like dude, he's in front of them, and he looks at this lady, and she's like, "Those are some pretty little girls."
Oh my god.
And I was like, I looked at the lady, and I was like, "Huh?" And she looked at me, and she was like, "Okay." And then she walks off out the door, and this dude, he buys the stuff and pays. He goes out the left door. We have 2 doors, and then these little girls come up, start buying their stuff. I'm like, "Hey, y'all, are you guys with that man that just left?" And they were like, "No." And I was like, "Okay, well, don't go near him. Whenever you leave, go straight to your car. Don't walk up to him or anything if he calls you over. Go straight to your car." And then they walked out and told their mom or whatever. And then the cops got called up there. And I forgot to tell the managers and whatnot because whatever his name is, Ezra. He came up and told me to, go back to my register, and I completely forgot about it. But, yeah, it was really creepy,
Well, I hope that what? Put your hand on. Bitch, this is my camera. I'm talking. Go back to your camera. I ain't moving my camera so people can see it.
Oh, what do you want to talk about, Creighton?
Well, I can tell my perspective.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No,
You
you
come
can
back
go
over
talk
here.
to your mic.
Yeah, go over
Go
here.
talk through. You're not talking this close into my microphone. Look, Parker can be all comfortable talking to your mic that close all he wants. He knows the risk.
Yeah, dude, I'm
not
breathing in the
contaminating
germs.
my mic with your fucking shit.
It's okay. I got enough germs yesterday in that river.
Hi, yeah, that was nuts.
Yeah.
Hi, Creighton Jr. Say hi to your papa on my behalf, please.
I'm like
That's
100%
that's a hell of a
sure.
story, young man.
I got a
You
UTI
deserve
from
2 cookies. Damn. Even outside of the podcast, Parker is like made fun of for being the youngest.
Oh, Why are they? Oh, that's rude. I'm sliding.
Random guy has better Food Lion stories than Creighton. Copenhagen's talking shit, Creighton.
I didn't know shit, and like I was at the service desk pulling the register for the service desk. There's Kyle, and
Hello.
Hi guys.
this police officer walks
No, I
in.
don't want to talk to them.
You just did though. Police officer shows up.
This police officer walks in, and
He's just like, any pedophiles around
well,
here?
well, he walked up to me, and I was like, "Hey, what can I do for you?" 'Cause they shit happens all the time, and he was like, "Yeah, I got a call about like some creepy guy in the parking lot," and I was like, well, this is the first I'm hearing about it. What's happening?" And he was like, "Yeah, bro, like
opposite.
like there was a fucking guy creeping on some girls," and I was like, "Well, what the fuck?" So I called my manager up there to talk about it, so he can like get on the camera and stuff and find it. And my manager is like, how come nobody told me? I was like, this is the first I'm hearing about it too. And Parker, like, we're sitting there talking about it, and Parker walks up and was like, "Oh, are you here about the pedophile?" And like, we're like, "Parker, what the fuck? Why didn't you tell us?" And he's like, "Oh, I forgot." I'm like, Parker, it's like 20 minutes ago.
I don't focus. Okay, you guys know this. I got distracted by like food or something, probably.
You got distracted by like what?
I think I got distracted by like food or something. I don't know, man. I can't focus. I think everyone knows this.
Have you been diagnosed with something?
Hell yeah, bro.
You have ADHD,
No, I have
ADD?
high definition autism. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I do have ADD.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got HDMI 4.
I got I got CHC.
Got some of that Henson Carter. Food. Calling the cops on a
Oh.
pedophile. Okay, bro.
That reminds me of food. Yeah. Let's go.
Let's get that food. I get food now. What's for dinner? That's Kayla. Kayla, say goodbye. Creighton, you've gotten so much bigger in the last, 8 seconds. Yeah, there you go. Newspaper headline. Headline. Local child catches local child predator.
Actually, he kind of like slept on the job on this one.
Who, Parker? Yeah, he really.
He totally just like. By the way, this is 20 minutes after that happened. That he's like, "Oh yeah, hey, what's up?"
Jesus.
It's like, what the fuck, Parker? And he was like,
Wait, so you guys are right next to each other? Yeah.
we're in the same
Look,
room.
Look,
Oh my
look,
god,
Lisa, watch. You see this? See this mint? Watch.
that was a really well timed special effect. We're actually 3 miles away from each other.
Yeah, we have people on standby on each side to do crazy shit.
Yeah. Oh, we could just eat mints for Lisa. There we go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Look, throw the mints. Throw a mint at me now.
Oh, okay. Give me a second.
You should teach your son some manners, Creighton. Don't eat that in the mic. That ASMR good for you? See? What in reality we have people on each room that just throw it to queue up and make it look like we are in the same room. We are in the same room.
Oh,
You should teach your son some manners, Creighton. Wonderful, thank you. Next time, some carrots. Mini K. I don't know. Carrots are brolic. They're so loud. Carrots and ramen. Yeah, cold carrots and hot ramen.
Ramen's loud.
Well, slurping it is.
I feel like crunching on it when it's just like not even cooked
Would be just as
louder.
good. Yeah, that'd be pretty ASMR.
Have you seen the thing where the
My
guy?
son gets paid to scan groceries, not to stop felonies. I would have done the same. Carrots are the best vegetable out there. They're not up for debate.
Have you seen the video
Very up
where
for
the guy fixed like a big ass dent in his car with some ramen?
Mm-hmm. It's amazing.
It's crazy.
I've seen so many of those videos, like chairs getting fixed, all kinds of different things getting fixed with
I don't
ramen.
think that means it's good to eat for you.
Probably not.
You're just eating plaster, spicy plaster.
Now, the loudest snack food on the planet are 10 out of 10 Bugles. Nah, bro.
What?
I get the joke, but nah.
I
I know-
Doritos are louder than Bugles.
Bugles are like kazoos.
Uh,
I know we're nearing episode 100. Are we getting a full episode with the shirts off? No.
we should
No.
do that.
Dude, we might wait till like episode 500 for that, maybe 1,000.
What if I just not wear a shirt under my blazer? Because then you don't see my nipples.
Well, think about it this way. By episode 500, the hope is that we're much bigger and have a bigger audience, right?
Mm-hmm.
'Cause by episode 100, we're probably looking at like 3.5 to 4 years from now. If we're that far in, we don't have to stream it on live, 'cause it would be hard to do that with our shirts off, like because of the connotation of why they're off. But we could record one off air and put it up on YouTube and then still get a lot of views and potentially do like a celebration episode like that with our shirts off. I'd be down for that.
But I still get to wear a blazer, right?
No, it's shirts off.
No,
You can't wear a
I'm
blazer.
wearing a blazer over my barren body.
I don't even want to talk about it anymore then. This is a stupid
The
idea.
blazer stays, Charlie.
Creighton, it's a shirts off podcast.
Just wear nipple tape. Oh, what about that?
Potentially.
Soda
Bugles
pop.
proceeds to play the kazoo.
What was it? That wasn't there like a thing where we said soda pop like a bunch of times
Consent, Charlie.
or soda?
What?
What's the thing that Matt made a clip of us saying soda or soda or
I
soda
can't
pop?
remember. Probably soda pop or something.
Was it, or was it just pop?
Might have been pop, but I'm not.
Do you have that TikTok?
Who just burped?
handy?
That was me. I'm sorry.
That was Charlie. Do you have that TikTok just handy or no?
No.
Damn. My handy dandy TikTokinator.
I feel like it's not gonna be around much longer. So if it lasts through Christmas, like TikTok, then
Well, I
I'll
thought-
put more
isn't
time
it
into
already
it.
supposed to be gone?
No, it's like the middle of this month. It's supposed to get taken
Okay.
down. Like the servers will be cut off, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see. Maybe YouTube or Netflix. will
Sounded
buy
like it
out.
was 2 rooms away. Well, that's 'cause I.
2 rooms.
Have there ever been any episodes with the shirts off or half off?
You wore a crop top that one time.
Not a crop top, a tank top.
A crop top.
I've worn tank tops a few times. I skipped
Just wore
some.
crop tops.
I skipped some filler of this anime. uh, Charlie, what? He wore a wife beater. I wore a wife beater. I've
beat-
worn a lot of sleeveless shirts.
You beat wives.
I beat
Not your
wives.
wife, but other people's wives.
Yeah, I just beat women. It's like a hobby. That's what they'll tell you. Can we
Canceling
know who
Charlie.
the girlfriend is? Her name is Kayla. That was her.
That's your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's my
I thought it
girlfriend.
was just some girl you were boning.
Well, there's some words that were said out loud.
No emotional contact.
No. By the way, if you're listening, I have a girlfriend.
Damn.
She's like the only person
She
I haven't
doesn't
told.
know.
She doesn't
Oh,
know.
bro, I could have told her the
You
other
could
day.
have told her the other day.
Damn it! I wish I had known. I would have told her.
Thank you, Lisa. I will tell her,
Um,
unless she's already watching.
Hey,
What?
do you want to tell people about the fight at Waffle House?
I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were.
No, I wasn't.
Oh, you weren't there.
I was at work.
Yeah, that's right. You were there for the other one.
No, I was never there. Oh, I was there. Yeah, when we were driving
yeah,
away
yeah.
and one started.
By the way, multiple fights at Waffle
Yeah, there's
House.
like a cop on standby at our local
Well,
Waffle House
only,
because of how
only
many.
on the weekends though.
Yeah, because of how many people like fight there. I don't know if
Oh.
there's the usual beach. If there's the usual beach episode of every anime in this one, would be grateful to
We've
know
had
the
like
number
3
of the
beach episodes.
I don't know what that means.
Like it means we were just at a beach, or we had been at a beach at some point during the day.
What?
Like we did.
What's a beach episode in anime? That's what he's saying. He's saying like,
like,
it's a thing.
It's like a beach. Like it takes place at a beach.
Please stop.
What is that?
It's I don't know, but
Is
it's
that my
loud.
steel toe?
That's the tile. The tile's hollow right there. There's a like
Oh.
hole under the ground right there. That's
Oh.
why the tile. That's why the room starts to lean right here.
But
It's
yeah,
'cause we're like lower.
the beach. Like,
Damn,
yeah,
that's
there's a
crazy.
beach.
He doesn't post me. That's not true.
Yeah, there's a beach episode
No, that
on,
is
on
true.
Avatar.
I
Although
referenced
Avatar
you.
isn't an anime technically. What?
Nothing. I'm waiting on you to finish saying your thing.
So like you know how they have that episode where it's just a beach day?
Yeah.
It's like that. Every anime has that.
Really?
At least one, yeah.
There's an episode where everybody goes to the beach and has fun.
Yeah, see?
If not, it's not anime. Really?
Yes. Yes. Gundam, Cowboy I think Cowboy Bebop has it. Yeah, Cowboy Bebop has it.
I do not use social media very much,
B-hop
so I'm
or
always
whatever.
late to know everything. I'm just not that kind of social media person.
Yeah, you didn't post. You haven't, like, your internet footprint doesn't even seem like you have an emotional connection to anybody other
Well,
than
I
your
just
bros.
I don't like that part of
and the
like
shirts off.
I don't like
podcast.
flaunting that kind. Not flaunting. I don't like
You don't like
putting that kind of
you
business
don't
out
like
there
being
very
like,
much.
hey, I have a girlfriend. She's beautiful and I adore her. You're like,
I just like
fuck
saying
her.
I just like saying that to her.
Yeah,
I don't
fuck her.
like doing that to like I don't like being that gross, like weird.
Attack on Titan has a beach scene.
Like it's one thing if
Beach
you like
episode.
Snapchat your friends or something, you know, but like I'm just not I don't like social media that much like that way. I don't do that stuff on it very
Teen
much.
Titans has a beach episode, I believe.
Well, they live on a beach.
No, it's different. Like they have a day where they just spend that time at the beach. Tom and Jerry has a beach episode.
That's not anime.
Western anime. No, I was kidding.
If it's not anime, even Attack on Titans has a beach episode.
If not,
Well,
it's
this anime, the Shirts Off podcast, does not have beach episodes yet.
not. Yeah, we do. We went to the beach and we came back
Not
and
on a
talked about it.
podcast though.
We came
That's
back and talked
different.
about it on the podcast.
Ren and Stimpy have a beach episode. Different topic.
Farigo, I love that you're just whipping out different.
I have a PC, so I can join Discord more again. Lisa, let's go.
nice.
I've never been more excited to, dude. We miss you so. We have had whole conversations about how we've missed you, like 10 times in the last year and a half at least. Where we're just like, remember Lisa? Remember that lady that we used to talk to? She's just gone. Lisa is probably has my favorite story of like meeting all of our friends in person. 'Cause when we met Lisa in person, it was our second trip to Anaheim.
Mhm.
And our first trip, like, you know, me and all my friends, we met each other. And the second time, like, we had all were used to meeting each other. And it was there's like that awkward tension for like a second of meeting like a person you've only ever talked to online.
Yeah.
And we were like, you know, we squashed it pretty quickly. We were like pretty immediately like, Nathan, like, you know, give a hug, say what's up, hang out. And like that, it's like you're still the best friend you know from online. And like it gets pretty easy to do that pretty quickly. Another thing to remind you about movies after the podcast, remind me about the movies.
What movies?
Just remind me about the movies and I'll tell you.
We're
Anyway.
making a movie?
Yeah, sure. Anyway, stop. Anyway, when we met Lisa was like so nervous for like a month before the podcast. Like every time we got in Discord and even brought up the fact that we were all going to Anaheim, she was like, I'm going to feel so, you guys are going to hate me. I'm not going to talk. I'm going to feel so nervous and awkward. We're like, Lisa, shut the fuck up. You don't get it. It's literally this Discord call, but in person.
Was she nervous?
She was so she walked up and was like, hey, like her arms were like wouldn't get off of her side. She like lifted her hand up, not her arms. She was like, hey, and like we were like, hey, Lisa, and like everybody gives her a hug. We're like, hey, and then like everyone's standing in like a circle, and she's just right there next to us, and like everyone's quiet for a second. We're all just looking at her, and she's like, and then I lean over. I'm like, hey, Lisa, you know what's crazy? She's like, what? I say, that's Bumper, and that's Nathan, and I'm Charlie. It's us. Relax. And then everyone starts laughing. And then literally like that, I was like, see? And then everyone was cool. And she was like, I was scared for no reason. It was hilarious.
I'd be scared.
Everyone thought I was a catfish until I showed up. No, they did. I didn't. There was like 3 or 4 of us knew you were like too genuine. You're like too not fake online to not be fake.
I don't know. I thought Lisa was a catfish.
Of course you did. Listen,
You
I'm a
know.
very quiet, anxiety-filled person. It's true. Do customers pay to wrestle said midgets, or do the midgets wrestle each other? Wait.
For midget wrestling.
Go to Wrightsville and stream midget wrestling. I actually almost went to, and I quote, extreme midget wrestling, like not last weekend, but the weekend before that.
I know. It was happening at Bentford Brewery.
I almost went.
I almost went too. Bad work.
I also had to work.
I had something to do that evening because I got off early. And Parker was like, let's go to Bentford Brewing Wrestling or whatever. I think I was hanging out with Kristen.
It's lit. It's like
Oh,
WWE.
no. I remember what it was. I went to the lake and hung out with my dad.
Except with midgets.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
You're excused.
Thank you. I don't know. Extreme midget wrestling sounds kind of dope.
It is. They do it all the time in Charlotte.
Is this like a southern thing? I have no. It was the first time I ever heard of it. Wait, another thing. Okay. It was the
Okay.
first time I'd ever heard of it.
It's amazing. You've never heard of it before? They have it all. You don't remember Woody and Wilcox talking about midget wrestling all the time?
No one answered what you're getting to eat. Do they have step stools instead of chairs? Hit him with the step stool. I mean, I don't know what we're getting. I don't know what they're getting to eat. I don't know if we're eating or
Are
if
we
they're the
giving
only ones
you-
eating. I have no idea.
Are
I
they-
already ate, so I'm good.
Are they coming back? Where are they going?
I don't know.
We should have asked.
These are questions.
And now
Well,
they're
I
not.
think Kayla's still in chat. She was in chat a minute ago when she wasn't here. Are the ropes rubber bands? No, they're those the car the what are they called? The straps to hold shit down on car the fucking you know what I'm saying? They
Bungee
got the
cords?
hooks. Yeah, they're like the mini bungee cords that hold like chairs down on trucks. The rings are only 8 feet by 8 feet.
They just take a toy WWE ring and they're like, here you go.
Ratchet straps? Yeah, ratchet. No,
Ra-
not ratchet straps, but that too. That
Ratchet
could work.
stripes are too tight or too thick. I mean, you get hurt. What they do is they just grab like the toy ring that WWE action figures have, and they let them wrestle on that.
Damn. Kayla could fight in extreme midget wrestling.
Damn, you're taking. A
I really
shot at
hope
her
she's not here.
when she's not.
I
here.
really hope she's not listening. She'd be very upset with me.
It's crazy.
That's funny 'cause Kayla's really short. She's basically a midget. She's like 4'8" or something. Creighton, when are you going to reignite your wrestling career?
I should. I was really good at wrestling.
Is she short? She's pretty short. She's like 5.
She's 5'4".
5'4" or 5'6".
Yeah.
She's like your height, Lisa. Lisa's also pretty short. She's not tall, but she's not short. She's like,
Is she
what are you,
tall?
like 5'7", 5'8"?
Is she tall for a girl?
I don't know. What is tall for a girl?
Like 5'5" and above.
5'5" is tall for a girl?
5'5" and above. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I feel like you're 5'4". Okay, yeah, you guys are the same height, I think.
Okay, so she's short for a girl.
5'4" is average for a girl?
So see
There
what I
you go.
mean? 5'5's tall.
Well, 5'4" is average. 5'5" might be average as well.
No, 5'5's
Well, it's-
tall
there's not
because
w-
it's an inch over average.
So there's 1 foot and inch marker that is average. Anything below is short, anything above is tall. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
There's no like gap of average.
No. I mean, it depends on-
5'9" is top 90% for a girl. I refuse to believe 5'9" is still short for me. I only say that 'cause Tim is 5'9", and I
Aren't you,
refuse
like,
to let.
6?
I'm 6 foot, and you're 6 like 7 or something. You're what, 6'3"?
6'2". Close to 6'3". Might be
Yeah,
6'3".
that's 1
I don't
inch.
know.
Tim is 5'10". No, she's not. She's lying to you. 5'9" is crazy tall for a girl.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, Savannah's crazy tall. She's like 5.
5 inches is average. Or at least that's what she tells me. Oh, Tim is 5'10". Yeah, she tells everyone 5'10" because I called her out 'cause she told me 5'9" a long time ago, and she's upped it to 5'10" now that she thinks I think 5'9" is short.
Doctors,
I only think it's short because I think she is short because it's a joke.
doctors tell you your height, that you're taller than your actual height, so that way it'll give you more confidence.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well.
It's always by like an inch or so, though. So like my doctor told
You
me,
know how many poor 5'11" guys out there think they're 6 foot then?
bro, you're one of them.
No, I measure myself. Not like me did it. Like in gym.
You measure yourself. Huh?
Yeah, I measure myself.
How many inches are you up to?
72, 6 foot.
My favorite joke that my dad has ever made is like we were out fishing one time, and like he went to go pee, like off the side of the boat. He said, "Man, this water's cold."
Tier 1 joke, Creighton's father. That is hilarious. I should tell myself that I'm 5'10". Then. Did you measure from your base or the balls? Yes. Just wear platform shoes.
Wait, are the balls
Don't worry.
not the base?
I don't know, man. I no longer know.
Like so,
I don't know where to
because
start.
if we're counting the sack, like,
If we're counting the sack, I'm like
Like-
fucking 12 inches.
well, I was about to say, like,
Like,
are we, like, first of all, what angle are we measuring at? Because if you're laying down, you got it, and you're like fully erect.
I
right?
usually
It's laying against your stomach. at
I
that point.
usually just get like I usually just start from the base like of
And
the
then
skin
out?
and then out.
See, I do laying down, but I don't really care about it because, like, I'm fucking amazing anyway.
Remember in did you watch How I Met Your Mother?
No.
There's an episode. This is not spoilers. This is spoilers, but not really. Like it's out of context. They get Barney so drunk that he gets truth serum drunk, and he starts telling the truth about everything. And like, so the episode cuts in and out of them asking him things, and it cuts back to him, and he says, and like, you don't hear the question, but all you hear is the answer. And he goes 6 59/60ths of an inch, because he's just trying to make it like, as precise as possible, and you can just assume what the question is. But it was very, and then his girlfriend says he's telling the truth, and so you're like, oh, okay. But I always thought that was a funny joke.
Yeah. Dick jokes are pretty funny.
If they're done well.
Yeah, they have to be done right.
Crass ones suck, but like every once in a while there's a good dick joke, and you're like, yeah.
It was just so unexpected because we were like fishing. He's like,
Just wait. In theory they are. In theory, what are?
dicks?
No,
Dick theory.
bruh. Technically, the balls go a little further back, or a lot further back. Depends on the balls. Depends on whose balls we're talking
Depends on
about.
how old you are, too.
Depends on how old you are, the balls, and like what level of how do I say this? Aroused you are.
My,
Arousal.
do you remember?
Still scared
remember
from
you don't
Gary
mess
dick joking me. Gary dick joked everybody so well, and no one was safe.
What was
Not
it?
the nice. Gary's just really good at like setting you up for dick jokes.
What did he say?
I don't know. There's 1,000 of them.
No, just give me an example.
Lisa, tell me one. I can't think
do
of
you
any
remember you don't
like
mess
Gary
with the
kind.
Zohan? And they were like, whenever they look at his penis, they're like, oh, it looks like it's being strangled because he was like,
He has a big bush.
Yeah.
He's like, no, the bush is like cushion, his pillow. Dude, that movie is so undervalued as an Adam Sandler movie. To me, it's my favorite Adam Sandler movie.
It's
It's
hilarious.
so funny.
Yeah.
It's so good. Could you make an actual formula to measure?
You could.
I can't remember which one he did to me. Hi, Charlie boys. Can I have Edmund so I can talk to Nick Mercy? Hey, Super Soaker 69 Swag. Fuck you. I just know I'm still sad about it. Oh, the dig joke? Why are you sad about it? It was funny. Come on, Lisa. In good fun. It was a good dig
Damn.
joke.
Lisa
Most of
just
Gary's are pretty
hurt.
good
I think I just followed Lisa on Twitter, by the way. Not too long.
chicken flingers.
Yeah, 'cause you guys were all following her, and I was like, I think she's been in the chat before, and I followed her.
Lisa's like OG.
OG,
Like one of the most
Are you saying she's
OGs.
old?
No, OG. Like
OG.
original gangsters.
Oh, okay. Is she old?
She's like our age. She's like,
Wait, what's
you're
our
what,
age? 'Cause
23
There's like
or
guys you hang
24?
out with, they're 60, and you're like, oh, they're our age.
No, I don't say that about any
You
of the
do, though.
people.
I've heard it. I know it's been going on for a while.
Is it upstairs or is it outside?
I
I
don't
can't
know.
tell. They're trying
I
to get
can't
in.
tell either. It's a ghost.
Creighton, you're gonna have to tell me which you are because I'm awful with following back. She doesn't get on Twitter that much.
No, you're fine. You don't have to follow me back. I just saw that it was like trending that you guys were following her, so I was like, oh, okay.
Gum. Hi, Lisa, grandma.
Wait, did she just ask us what our Twitter names are, or ask me what my Twitter name is? When it's like,
Yeah, Lisa, pay attention.
it's right there.
It's
Lisa.
right there, Lisa.
Lisa,
Look
Lisa.
at our
She
look at
said
our little
tell-
Twitter bird.
She said, "Tell us
Well,
which
the
one."
problem is Quentin made it red, not blue. Like if it was Twitter blue, it would be a little more popped out. So it just kind of looks like it's part of the background.
Yeah. Please.
Hello, Super Soaker 69
Yes.
Swag. Please, Super Soaker. Hi, Lisa, grandma.
Till later disappear.
Yes, to later disappear yet again on 200. Wait, what do you
does that
mean? There you go. Wait. Oh, wait.
I've
I've already decided I'm going to stop watching at 100. To later make a comeback at 183. To later disappear yet again at 200.
And then come
Is
back
that like an anime joke? It's like just skip a big chunk of the season, get back when the shit's getting good again. Dude, that's one thing a reason I don't watch anime a lot is because in Naruto, I liked Naruto when I was a kid, but I hated that like one
filler?
battle would take 9 episodes
That's
because
how
the battle
Dragon
would
Ball Z
start.
is.
Well, yeah, but it's a little different with Dragon Ball because like shit will be going down, but it won't be referencing like a fucking. It won't have 3 episodes of backstory that the person is thinking of in a half a second of a guy running at them, and they just remember their whole fucking life story real quick before they die. It's like, just tell the story chronologically. I can remember all that shit later whenever it's happening, and I'm remembering it.
Nope, you gotta have it all right now.
It's so annoying. Like.
the fucking.
It can be done well. Like in Signs, we just watched Signs again. At the very end, like it when in the big climax of everything happening, it cuts to like a scene from earlier in the movie that like resonates, but there's like music playing and you're understanding what's going
Yeah.
on in the moment, and it works because that's like it's paced well. Naruto, the pacing, It's fucking non-existent. It's 3 episodes of backstory in the middle of a fight that started 4 episodes ago and ends in 2 more episodes. It's stupid. I hate it. The fucking Zabza Bridge fight was that was so I don't even know. I'm forgetting everything about it now. Maybe I'll come back at
What the fuck are
284.
you talking about? You just described a Creighton Food Line story. It's the same shit.
That's a good point. Dude's getting stabbed to death, and the dude remembers a piece of fish he ate when he was like 6. Exactly. Masterpiece. Hashtag legit. That's a good point. Creighton stories are pretty. Like sometimes they're like really good. Sometimes they're just fucking ridiculous.
I could write anime stories.
Creighton, your life is a fucking
I
anime.
actually have been working on anime. Like me and Chris, like I was like, Chris, I think I want to make an anime.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "I just like give me something like I got an idea for something that I could really make like a manga or an anime story idea." And it's actually pretty cool. It's got giant robots
Okay.
and armor and stuff. It's really fun. I'm not gonna reveal any more about it than that. It's not canon to my other comic book series though. So it's the first non-coinciding pieces that I worked on, or that I started working on.
Okay.
I just need somebody to pick it up.
Sometimes they're chronologically, sometimes they're non-canon, sometimes they're exposition, sometimes they're filler, but always fucking great to be honest. Oh,
What?
Creighton's? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
His
you.
Food Line. I enjoy the Food Line
Wait, what's
stories.
non-canon in those?
Well, you remember if Harry goes who decides what's canon or not for the
Yeah,
podcast?
yes, yeah.
But always fucking great. I don't know. I mean, excuse me.
You're excused.
The thing I like about your stories is I can see them all happening.
Yeah.
Like I can like see them in my head
Yeah.
because I've been there so many times,
It's
and like,
just getting crazy.
and because like half the characters I actually know, so I can like see them properly.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of crazy shit
It's
happens.
funny. It should be a sitcom, like The Office, but it's a grocery store.
It would be pretty baller.
There's already a sitcom like that though. It's called like Superstore or something like that. Apparently, it's really good.
I've heard it's really funny.
I haven't watched it yet.
Dude,
It's on Hulu.
comedy is so hard for me to like consume in shows like that.
I want to watch that and Dave. I
I've
think
heard Dave is amazing. I watched the first episode
Mhm.
and it was awesome, but it's the only episode I watched.
Mhm.
'Cause like I watched it when it came out and I didn't want to wait week to week, and I think the first season's done now, so I can
You can binge it. all.
excuse me, I can binge it. But it's just one of those shows that I'll get around to. Like, I know I'm gonna like it, 'cause like one of my favorite comedians is in it. Cheeto Santino, Andrew Santino. He's hilarious. The second story of his stream, it's completely non-canon. It contradicts episode 75. Push glasses against my face.
I know exactly what meme he's talking about.
Those are really good. You know they make those like glasses like that you can wear that make you look like an anime person,
Yeah, there's
They're
a guy
amazing.
at Ichiban Con.
and they
dressed
light
that.
up. It's amazing.
There's also was a guy dressed as a hentai protagonist.
Okay.
Or antagonist or protagonist.
I want
And-
to rub your nipple. Okay, boy.
And by the way, the costume for that, by the way,
You guys should get some of them.
is essentially a guy dressed in like a school shirt, like like a button-up white shirt, like some black pants or some khaki pants, and like really like seam bangs and stuff that hang in front of his face. And Chris saw him, was like, "Oh my god, it's the hentai protagonist!" And like we had a picture with him and everything. It was awesome.
I need that picture. That needs to be given to me soon. I need that
I
picture
miss
now.
Chris.
You should start adding him. Get him to come in here. You didn't put it in the Discord
I
today.
couldn't remember my phone was fucking
You have a
up.
laptop.
No, it's a lot of work.
No, it's not. It's easier.
It's so much work.
It's so much easier, is what it is.
It's so much.
And look, they're active. They were all on tonight.
Well, at them and be like, "Hey, we're
It's
live,
over now.
fuckers. Get in
It's
here."
over now.
What's
They're all
over?
offline. They were
Oh.
online during the podcast, but now they're offline.
Great, you bring joy to my life.
That would be cool. We should get some of those glasses.
Oh, I thought you meant we should
Have a whole
dress like
podcast.
hentai protagonists.
No, we should get those glasses and just have whole podcasts where we're villains, like where we're the moment of clarity where the hero finds out what the villain's been doing, but they're
What?
like tied up,
Yeah.
and it's like ah, ha, 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 and like the glasses are white, you can't see their.
That's
What was her name?
Mandark.
Mandark from Dexter's Laboratory. Is it Mandark?
It's Mandark. Because I remember some guy making fun of saying, "Man, dork."
You know the lady that did Dexter's voice died?
How?
I don't know. She
Was
wasn't
it
very
related-
old. She was
it
like
related to
56.
Corona?
Nah, this was before Corona. It was like a year ago now.
Oh man, that's sad. Everybody's dying. What the fuck is that about?
You know, life.
Death waits for no one.
Death
Did they
doesn't
finish
discriminate. 'Cause
Black
the
Panther
sinners are the
2
saints.
before.
They didn't even start it.
So what are they gonna do?
I
They're
mean,
kinda in a
I
rough
don't
spot.
know. Yeah, we didn't really get to properly
Address
grieve
about
Chadwick Boseman on the stream.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman, dude.
We haven't talked about him at all. on the
We
podcast
know
yet.
we did for a
We
second, but then the
briefly
internet went
mentioned
out and we decided to wait
Yeah,
to talk
so
about it when we
should
came
talk
back, and we were
it
talking
now.
about something else, so we just never got around to
Yeah.
it. But dude, I don't know. Like, some deaths hit you really hard. Like
Michael Jackson.
he was
Steve
like
Irwin,
50. That's I mean he was young. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, young for a death. But and same with Steve Irwin. They were-
Elvis Presley.
Yeah, I mean, but well, actually, you know what? Steve Irwin and Elvis were like the same age as
Yeah.
Chadwick Boseman.
Like
Like Elvis was 44 when he died.
42.
42. Damn, he was even younger.
Mhm.
And then Steve Irwin was 45 when he died.
Yeah.
That's crazy. He'd be
who
60.
else?
That's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy, man. I mean, like it's a crazy.
I
time.
hated that just hours after his death, people were already trying to replace him. Yeah, dude, I got off Twitter pretty quick that night, 'cause it was like most of what I saw, to be fair, and and especially once
rip?
I got back on, was like good. Like I saw one, dude. There was a tweet going viral because of how much people hated it, where it said, "Wait, no Black Panther 2 then? What the fuck?" Dude, that's a shitty, lowbrow human being right there.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's pretty funny, but it's like you wait like a week for that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta
Too soon, bro. Too
definitely too soon.
soon. I can't believe it happened. Like,
I
Oh,
can't believe he
oh,
kept
what's
it
his name?
hidden so well.
what's his name that passed away in the helicopter crash?
Kobe?
Kobe Bryant. The big death.
That was fucking.
I'm sorry,
that
I was
stopped
blanking on
the
his
world.
name for a minute.
The world stopped when he died. Like
Yeah.
the world stood still. That was truly the day the earth stood still.
Yeah, it's crazy because they said he had cancer. I was like, what? How long's that been going on?
Colon cancer, 4 years. And he didn't let anyone know. Mark Ruffalo, he tweeted out and couldn't believe it. He's like, I've made 3 movies with this guy, or 2 movies or whatever, and I've done other projects and been around him for the last 4 years so many times and never had a clue.
He never
Like
mentioned
he
it. or
never,
anything?
he didn't tell anybody.
How did he get
His
him-
close family were the only people that really knew. He didn't let the public know. He didn't tell anybody he was working with. Dude, do you know how many movies he made while he
made a
was diagnosed? He
bunch.
made like 9 or 10 movies in the last 4 years. And like, dude, so many of them action movies. Between Black Panther, the character, he filmed, I think Civil War was the only one he filmed they didn't have it yet. He filmed Black Panther with it. He filmed fucking Infinity War and Endgame with it. He filmed 21 Bridges, Da 5 Bloods, shit, there's one that's about to come out, or like that's a Netflix original that isn't out yet. Luke, I just saw that you followed, bro. If you're still here, thank you. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get OBS fixed up where we have Streamlabs. It's fucking dumb. 1, it's not the time. 2, nobody should replace him. 3, the logical fucking thing is to give it to Letitia Wright. Is that the girl who plays his sister? I saw some shitty tweets saying, how can Marvel bring back Killmonger to take the Black Panther mantle? Yeah. See, my dad said that. My dad was like, the guy who played the bad guy should play him. I was like, no.
Yeah, that just
That's-
don't work.
Well, it's not that it doesn't work. Like, I
Maybe it's a better
I like
back-
Michael B. Jordan, but he just shouldn't. He's not a Black Panther character. Like, he's not like. He wouldn't play Black Panther right. He would play like Sam really well. He would have been a good alternate Sam character. Like
Yeah.
if they had like to replace Falcon. But he could have been anybody. Michael B. Jordan's such a like. He's such a good actor, and like, he could play half the MCU characters, but Black Panther specifically, I don't see him as.
Yeah.
Like he just doesn't have the like I don't think he would play like the royalty as like the what's the word? Like the I'm trying to think of there's like there's a phrase in my head I can see but I can't hear it right. And I'm trying to say I don't know how to say it. I don't know.
Do you think that they have a plan over at Marvel as far as
Probably not. But I don't know. I mean, maybe.
maybe
'Cause,
do you
like,
think they have like
Some
contingency
people
plans for
had
this?
some people professionally had to know. He had to let people, like, I'm not saying he had to, but like there's no way that he wasn't like thinking about it or like trying to let people know ahead of time. I mean, and maybe he didn't. I don't know. I mean, it might be just as a shock to everyone there as it is to us. But who knows? I
I
mean,
just noticed they've been very
'cause
quiet about it.
he'd been very quiet about it, but also like we haven't heard anything about Black Panther 2 for a minute.
Mhm.
Like even during coronavirus, we've heard about all these other movies and shows from MCU,
But
and
nothing about
nothing
it.
about Black Panther 2. So I feel like they probably had a feeling it was coming,
Mhm.
and they maybe have been at work with it, but I don't know. And the thing that makes me the saddest is I want, knowing that, I bet he knew he wasn't gonna make it for a while.
Yeah.
'Cause if he told them and they haven't been talking about it because of that reason, he had to know he was terminal for a minute. Like there had to be like a good amount of time, like the last year or so, that he knew it was the end, which is fucking devastating. 'Cause he's like, I never saw him. This is gonna sound weird, but I never saw him as an adult, like Chadwick Boseman. 'Cause like in the movies, he plays he's such a good actor. In the movies, he's such a king character. He's such a like king and powerful presence. If you watch him in interviews and shit, it's like watching a big kid talk. He's like such a like happy, like go lucky person. Like, dude, my one of my favorite YouTube videos ever. I've watched it like 50 times. Is him. It's him. It's either Marlon or Damon. I think it was Marlon Wayans. I can't remember which one it was. I think it was Marlon. Him, Marlon Wayans, and Jimmy Fallon are playing like like a true Hollywood crimes or something. It's like a game on Jimmy Fallon's show where they have two envelopes in front of them. One is a true story, and the other is completely made up. And the other two guys get to pick which one you tell. And you have to tell it, and then they get 60 seconds to question you to figure out if it's the true story or not. And it's one of my favorite ones because all three of the stories are hilarious. One, like Marlon Wayans was like he made out with Madonna or something. Jimmy Fallon's was that when he was 19, he performed at Def Jam Comedy under an assumed name, and then Chadwick Boseman's was that he went to Brazil with two twin supermodels and got lost in Brazil with them. And all three are like crazy stories, and all three stories were true. Like it was one of the magic nights where all three of the envelopes just happened to be true, which is always fun because then afterwards you get like this awesome story of how it was true and how it came to be. And like they both could not believe that Jimmy did Def Jam, and he killed, like is what he said. Like it was so good. But the whole thing, and like you watch it, and the whole time he has this even telling a story about getting lost in Brazil with two fucking supermodel twins. Like even telling that story, he has this weird like childlike look on him as he's telling it. Like he just seems so like happy and innocent about it. I don't know. It was this weird, and so hearing that he died when. Like, the way I heard it was fucking devastating. Because the first thing I saw was I got on Twitter while I was at work, and Nathan had tweeted, "Fuck 2020, man. Rest in peace, Chadwick Boseman." And I was like, wait, what? Like, there's no way. And then I went to Twitter Moments, and number one headline was that it was... Oh, it fucked me up, bro. Mark fucking Ruffalo. Celebrity obsession creeps me out. What do you mean, celebrity obsession? I believe he made the right choice, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know why I wasn't following already.
Why did Farragut's messages get deleted?
What'd he say? Wait, yeah, you're on my naughty list? Oh, he posted a link. He should be back. You shouldn't be banned. It said it only timed you out for 5 seconds. Are you still here, Farragut?
Oh.
Dude's getting stabbed to death, and the dude remembers a piece. Oh, okay. Kobe's death was what made me delete Facebook. People were leaking his... Oh, Jesus.
Leaking his what?
His autopsy. Nah, banned for life. It said autopsy. Fuck that. Yeah, that's not... That's... Yeah, I don't know, man. It's sad. It's really sad. I mean, it's sad for so many reasons, but the most sad thing is that, like, he was inside of 4 years... Really inside of the last, 6 years, the guy has had such a ridiculous resume. He's had such an amazing career in no time, and, he's he was rising so high in Hollywood so quickly as
What, do you
this
think
like
that was part of the plan?
what?
Like, after he got diagnosed, he was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go all the way, like all in. Like,
Well, he
with
was doing.
everything.
He already had such great. I mean, he was Black Panther before he had colon cancer. He was. He played. The baseball player. Shit. Jackie Robinson. He played him like that was like 6 or 7 years ago now. That's a great movie. Have you seen that movie?
No.
That movie's amazing. It's so good. It's funny too. It's got really funny, but it's like also really good. God, that's a good movie. I saw the play. I saw a play about it in
I
high school.
remember it, Yeah.
Yeah.
We both went to go.
Yeah, and the play is like very similar to the movie, like in terms of how it's like paced out. Only obviously much better.
Mm.
It's so good. Charlie, look for this clip. Chadwick Boseman expertly swerves any Avengers in-game talk in I'm Dead access. I don't want to watch any clips because one, it's just gonna make me really sad, and two, like shit like that is what's gonna get us like fucked up on YouTube. Because sometimes our YouTube videos aren't allowed to go up because they have clips of stuff. We can get away with it if it's like certain things, but like those
His fellow
access things.
content creators. Yeah. we can
Yeah,
get away
but even then, sometimes it's like people are weird. People are taking this interview out of context. That clip sucks. It was bad. I actually threw up. Oh, the autopsy thing. I can't believe stuff even gets fucking leaked like that for the Kobe thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Part of me looks at it and like I don't think about it much, but like the afterlife, like my personal my personal belief is like it could be anything. We could just be nothing all of a sudden. We could be ghosts. There could be heaven, there could be hell, there couldn't be. Like I'm very open to whatever. Like I'm not set to any understanding of what it might be, but part of me hopes that there's some kind of like just straight up we're just ghosts. Like, and ghosts can see other ghosts, and like it's just that simple. Like there's just this like remnant of our consciousness that floats around and see like, and like all the people that died before Game of Thrones was over just sat over my shoulder and watched it with me. And like I was their catalyst to finish Game of Thrones, or they just went there and watched it get filmed. Like literally shit like that. But part of me hopes that when stuff like that does, like when people like Chadwick or Kobe die, that they see all the love they received.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they understand what because I feel like you can only have so much of an impact, and you can only understand that impact so much. And it's when you're gone that impact is felt the most. Because like when Kobe died, bro, I mean Kobe dying was probably like that was one of the biggest. Like the world stopped, bro. I mean it was crazy, not just America, like everywhere. Like it was nuts. Like for days, like even with Chadwick, it's like. Both of them, they're so young, such giant people in society, and like you would never think about them day to day like you do now.
Yeah.
Like they're even bigger than they were because they're gone, which is devastating and stupid, but also hard to ignore. You know what I mean? Like it's like when people like Heath Ledger. Heath Ledger would not be nearly as like seismic as he is now. Like you think some people, and to some people he's not. Obviously, this is definitely to certain people. But like for me, when I hear the name Ledger now, like or Heath even, it's just this fucking like pounding, like this fucking earthquake feeling of like Jesus, that guy's gone every time. And like, bro, when you watch the fucking Dark Knight, you're watching a 27-year-old play the Joker. He was 7 years old when they filmed that shit.
It's crazy.
He was 28 when he died, and the movie wasn't even out yet.
Was that his last thing that
He had one other movie that was being made that I think went out, and I forget what it's called, but it's a very artsy movie. It was pretty good, apparently. Oh, dude, I rewatched The Patriot when it went to Netflix a few months back. It was so weird watching him on The Patriot because it felt like he was there.
He's there, too.
He's much younger there. He's only like 24, 25 in The Patriot.
Yeah.
But like watching him in The Dark Knight is one amazing thing because he's like this, but it's like he's so separated from humanity in that film that you forget it's Heath Ledger. Like you're watching it and you know that guy's Heath Ledger. Like you say who is that? It's Heath Ledger, sure, but it's not the same as watching like Tom Cruise play fucking Jerry Maguire or watching Tom Cruise play the guy from Steel Magnolia. Like that's still a human. The Joker wasn't a human, bro. He's this otherworldly fucking different
Monster.
level of like of being when you're watching him, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like this different feeling altogether. But then you watch him in The Patriot and you're like, fuck, man, this guy was a person. Or like
Yeah.
A Knight's Tale or Brokeback Mountain. You watch him in all those movies, you're like, this guy was a guy. Dude, watching him in Brokeback Mountain is the craziest shit I've ever seen. When did that movie come out? Hold on.
It came out like early 2000s, didn't it? Because it was very controversial for the time.
2005. So that was 3 years before he died.
Yeah.
So he was 25 in that movie. He's 25 playing like a 40-something-year-old by the end of it. And that movie is fucking incredible. Have you seen that movie?
No.
That movie's fucking incredible. Dude, that is one of the best movies ever made. To me personally. I love that movie. Him and watching Jake Gyllenhaal, you don't even recognize like the person Jake Gyllenhaal is in it. Cuz Jake Gyllenhaal has like he's a great actor, both of them. But Jake Gyllenhaal has like all these characters he plays who are kind of like, if it's like a negative character, it's like this kind of creepy character, and if it's this positive character, it's like this suave, kind of Jake Gyllenhaal, like in Spider-Man Far From Home kind of character. But in this, you get such a like country, like it's not him. It's like one of the best, and he got Oscar nominated, like they both did. It's one of those things where you watch him and you're like, these are like true, unbelievably good actors. Like it's crazy, like because you don't recognize them anymore. They're not people. Like there's a scene toward the end where Heath Ledger's character is crying, and like the tears coming, like his character doesn't cry. Like his character's the kind of man that doesn't cry.
Right.
And like he cries and it looks fake. Like it looks like it's the kind of crying you would expect to see from a guy that never cries. Like it's insane. Like and his face looks like it doesn't know how to cry. Like it's the craziest shit. It's such a good movie. Like you got to watch it. It's amazing.
Sounds good.
But it's stuff like that. Like he was 25 in that movie, and he's 27 playing the Joker, bro. The Joker, the Heath Ledger's Joker. The Heath Ledger. No one says the Joker in The Dark Knight. They say Heath Ledger's Joker. You know what I mean when they refer to it? Like it's seismic. The legend, the myth that these guys leave behind when they die so young.
The legacy.
Kobe, Chadwick Boseman, Heath Ledger. Like, these guys are going to be fucking... They're immortal. It's like that... Have you ever seen Troy with Brad Pitt?
Mm-mm.
It's like that scene... And there's a scene in Troy. Troy's about the Trojans attacking...
The Trojan horse.
They attack Troy. No, it's about Greece attacking Troy. And when they arrive on the beaches of Troy, Brad Pitt's character Achilles shouts to the Myrmidons, the people on his ship, like they're a specific brand of fighters, and he says, Myrmidons, we are going to storm that beach because beyond that beach lies our immortality. And what he means by it is when they go there and fight, and the fight and war that will take place afterwards will be told for thousands of years.
And it was.
And that is their immortality. Like, especially Achilles and Hector and Paris and Ajax and all these fighters that were just fucking monsters. Like, and not monsters like bad, monsters like just fucking cataclysmic names of the time, like that people told stories about. That's going to be Kobe and Chadwick Boseman and Heath Ledger. Like, these guys are going to be around for thousands of years now. They're going to be the Shakespeares of our time in terms of the capabilities that they had. Like, that's where, like, that's what the internet's going to be so crazy about, is that, like, names will be told forever, but there will be truly great ones, like the Michael Jacksons and the Heath Ledgers that go on forever, and there will be weird little cult ones like Nick. I mean, Nick like now has millions of followers and fans and thousands of subscribers and all this shit, and people will know his name forever for hundreds of years, maybe, as long as the Earth doesn't literally explode. Like if we make it to the stars, it's over because the internet will travel everywhere. We'll have fucking backloaded versions of it on every planet or moon that we take control of, and there'll be this ridiculous wireless system throughout the galaxy of all of our information being transferred, and it'll be this crazy amazing thing, you know. But like the fact that it's all immortal now, like these guys will be immortal forever, but especially because of what they accomplished in such a little amount of time.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, like Warriors of the day, it was so much different because you're talking about fucking
Stories that would be told from person to person.
person to person because of how just insane, like they witnessed that. So like you have that much more gravity to the situation, but the amount of people, like there weren't a lot of people to tell those stories, you know? Like more people saw The Dark Knight than even existed back then.
Mm.
You know what I mean? So like the level of like people will talk about that shit forever.
Yeah.
The Dark Knight's going to be one of the greatest movies of all time, for all time. Like it's amazing. Like in 100 years, people will watch The Dark Knight. You know what I mean? I mean, it's
Yeah.
been fucking like
What
80
about
years.
Harry Potter.
Yes, what? Of course, Harry Potter, The Dark Knight, fucking
Jaws.
this podcast. Like there'll be movies and shows and everything that'll be seen and showed and studied for
Decade.
hundreds of years, beyond decades. I mean, it'll be forever. Transformers, everything. I mean, all of this. This is the beginning of TV. TV's less than 100 years old.
Mhm.
The first 100 years will be taught forever because it went on for 100. Like it's going on forever. It's crazy.
You want to wrap?
Yeah. Well, that kind of relates to the whole meaning of Day of the Dead in Mexico. It's not quite the thing that they present in Coco. The holiday is to remember the learning. Is to remember the learning and commute with your dead loved ones because they're always alive as long as you carry their memories and love with you. Exactly. The Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus is the movie. That's the one with Heath Ledger. It's the last movie. Great film. Have you guys seen Nocturnal Animals with Amy Adams and Jake Gyllenhaal? I haven't yet, but I've heard he's fucking incredible in it.
Yeah. Have you seen Donnie Darko?
I have not. I
It's
almost have like 8
really-
times, and I just haven't watched
Why
it.
not? Are you
I
scared?
just haven't started it.
It's really good.
I've heard it's
It's so
phenomenal.
good. I've seen it like 10 or 15 times.
I couldn't tell if my candle was lit
And it's
still.
just fucking amazing. But yeah, let's go ahead and wrap because we're at 2 hours. I'm
Yeah.
tired. I'm
Yeah.
off tomorrow.
Hey, great podcast.
Yeah.
No interruptions with the internet.
Yeah.
Like I think this is finally the beginning of the rest of our podcast for a while at least. Guys, today's Wednesday. We got podcast tomorrow. That'll be 94. So next
Next week.
Tuesday should be not next Tuesday. The Tuesday after next should be our 100th as long as we don't miss a day again.
And
But who knows? We might.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Yeah.
No promises. We'll see you guys tomorrow for 94. This podcast might be up by tomorrow.
yeah.
Because I'm about to start uploading like 80 or 90, I think. 89
so I'm
or
just gonna
90.
start doing promos like all the fucking time.
Yeah, you're just going to have to fucking literally like maybe 2 a day. Just get everybody
I've been
caught
doing
up.
2 a day.
Yeah, just start
So
fucking
do 'em
cranking them
every
out.
hour. Goodbye.
We'll be happy to see the next
Love
7
you all.
episodes and then disappear. Okay, very
Yeah.
good. We'll see you for 'em. Later, Blake. You guys have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
tomorrow.